rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. You ain't see me activated. You better hope that you never see me agitated. I think about my actions, plan them out, evaluated. That's how I end up on the top, man, I'm calculated. My mind's a weapon, my body is the engine. I'm never second guessing, I just do what I was destined. Cause I feel I got the blessing, persistence and obsession. That's how you keep progressing, I already learned that lesson, yeah. I'm changing who I am, I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. You can't stop what's moving, you can't stop what's moving. I'm changing my life, and I won't look back ever again. No fear, see clear, you deserve to be great. I know it feels like things get in your way. Push through those walls and the others will fall. Sit up, stand tall, you can get through it all. I need some energy, anxiety's no friend to me. I have a short memory, I don't really remember things. That's how I move on, that's how I stay strong. A new day's on, I'll keep moving right along. And I feel like the pain in the past, it needs to stay in the past. You gotta take off the cast. I wanna feel like I'm a new person. I wanna have clear vision and purpose. And I feel like the pain shouldn't last. If you can move on and past the things that make you feel bad, and you can change in your brain, I'm certain. I've done it before and man, I'm not perfect. I'm changing who I am, I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. You can't stop what's moving, you can't stop what's moving. I'm changing my life, and I won't look back ever again.
Yeah, what it do? What it do? It's your boy Gangsta Kid. What it do? You finished your food, cut, sir?
Yeah,
The dog inside?
she's inside.
Uh, oh shit, come here. Come here. She wasn't inside. Why did you put her in my garage door? She could go upstairs in the room.
This carpet came on.
Right.
Is she pee?
She did that shit in there. Go ahead, dog. Okay. I'm not until you put it in my fucking garage for. You're gonna keep it outside. Hold up, y'all. Get out, move. Fucking dog. Hold up, y'all. My bad. My bad. Fucking girl. Hold up. Shit, I don't like. Nasty. My bad. Whoa. God damn, yeah. My bad. Move, dog. Nah, you made me mad. Fucking dog. What it do, y'all? Salute. Splash in the building. What it do? Ted, what's good? What's good, gang? You already know. Boy, I had that liquor in me earlier. I was feeling good, y'all. When I tell you I was feeling good as a bitch, I was feeling good as a bitch earlier. I'm talking about feeling good. Salute to everybody out there, man. What's good in the hood? What's good in the hood today? You know, we got to break some of these topics down, man. Got to break some of this content down. I missed a lot of content today. I was asleep. I think I took it down by 1, 2 o'clock, y'all. Oh, hold up. Yeah, I took that shit down, man. Was knocked the fuck out. Boy, I was sleepy too. No, was it 1 or was it 3? No, it was about 1, 2 o'clock. I fell asleep. Yes, ma'am. All right. You don't get off me. So with this dog today, y'all. What is up with this dog? Oh, I know what you want. I know what she wanted. She wanted me to open the door, bathroom door. I'm like, I know what she wants. Can't shoot. My boy can't shoot. Ain't nobody telling you nothing. So they say your boy trying hard. Oh, yeah. Thanks for reminding me, Splash. Thanks for reminding me just now. Thanks for reminding me. You know I damn near forgot. You know, bro, my memory be off. Go to my channel real quick. There we go. There we go. There you go. What is going on with your boy Diddy? What is going on with P. Diddy? If it ain't one thing, it's some motherfucking another. That's what I'm starting to realize. If it ain't one thing, another. So Fed accused Diddy. The feds. Hold up, y'all. Let me fix it. I don't like this layout. I don't like this layout, y'all. Let me fix this. There we go. There we go, y'all. Hold on, y'all. How work? How work? Big.
Thank you. You're welcome.
What you think is next?
Yeah. I was hoping you had a book. That's right. Oh. Okay. Girl. You know, strawberry. I still eat it. Awesome. Thank you. You know, strawberry.
Ladies, you eat? What you eat? What you eat? You gonna get tired of eating that food?
Huh?
You gonna get tired of eating that food? It always start like that. Then once you get used to keep eating that shit, watch, you gonna get tired of eating that Calais.
No, I got myself a little wacky pack.
A what?
It's a tip meal.
A wacky pack?
Mm-hmm. You put a little bit to it.
Ooh. Ooh, that's your toy. That should be not for kids. You know you could poke somebody's eye out with that. You could poke somebody's eye out with that. That shouldn't be for
You
kids.
could put it in your drink and just.
Supposed to be a straw?
I don't know. I just know that you're supposed to put it in your drink. I guess you need a straw.
There you go. I don't get it, y'all. My daughter just got off work, y'all. She just got off work and she already tripping.
You have a mini fry.
For what?
A mini fry.
Mini fry? There's no such thing as mini fry. All that is the big fry.
Same thing.
Like that. All they do is chop them in half. All they did was take the fry and chop it in half. She's talking about mini fries. It's $1 burger.
But my wacky pack was $2.
How you get that for $2? That's how much it originally cost?
It cost $4, but I got half off, remember?
The wacky pack, y'all. My daughter needs some attention, y'all. She just need a little bit of attention. Just a little bit. How old you be this year? 18?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she'll be 18 this year.
Oh, by the way, I finished my assessment and I got my permit.
You got your permit? You got the paper already?
Yeah, I just have to take it down to the DPS to get my actual thing, but I got it.
Okay. That's what's up.
It was easy. Finished rather quickly.
Well, get what's the name and she'll take you.
Huh?
What's the name? What's her name? Shanti.
I'm pretty sure mom has to sign papers though. Pretty sure mom has to sign papers though, because I'm not 18.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Eugenia was at the age of 18. I'm not.
17 is not a minor in Texas.
But writing. 17 is considered minor.
I don't know. I gotta check. I gotta do my research.
I do my research.
I gotta do my research. My research is more preventable.
Now, if Shanti does come pick us up, mom will still probably come.
Okay. The feds accuse me of trying to delay trial by asking to exclude sex trafficking evidence. What's the sex trafficking evidence, y'all, that Diddy is trying to exclude? That's what I want to know. What is the sex trafficking evidence? They never told us what the evidence was. When are they going to motherfucking release this discovery, man? I'm ready to see the discovery of everything that they trying to use in this motherfucking P. Diddy case. I'm tired of waiting. Real talk. I need to see who fucking who. I need to see something. Why TD Jake stepped down? I need to see a lot of shit. You see, you made ribs tonight. You got hammered.
Because this already filled me up. So that would have made me,
It would have made you hungry.
No.
Huh?
I didn't have to go.
It would have made you hungry.
Because y'all want grocery shopping. I can really go.
I've been at groceries.
Huh?
I've been at groceries.
Exactly. So there's so much stuff to eat.
Yeah, I've been at the groceries. I had groceries for a minute. I went grocery shopping last
We
week.
can make BLT today, or taco, or shrimp and grits. Like you don't ever like make something like that.
Because you got to put it in the request. If you want me to make tacos, you gotta tell your dad. Make tacos.
You used to do it without asking. I was like, you got the ass.
You said what?
That's your problem.
Said what?
You used to do it without having to be asked every time I request.
Yeah, you gotta request if you want tacos, you want
Remember that
shrimp.
one time when you cooked all those tacos there?
Yeah.
When are you ever gonna do that?
Bro, you sound like her.
Exactly, we want tacos.
When you wanna do his hair?
You can do it though.
No, he can't.
Yes, you can.
No, he can't.
Grab and twist. Yes, you can.
Well, you can't twist your own hair. I don't know why you don't twist.
I twisted it.
No, you don't, Cassie. You don't like to grab the beef like I can twist.
Yeah, I'm talking about the stuff.
No, you don't. That's all you do.
Because you don't want it to fall out. I'm going to do all that work to get your hair.
All you do is put that little wrap around.
I don't remember falling.
Hey, you know the dog drink. The dog, like, you do give the dog, you the dog. Bro, you're half doing you gotta do it right there. She sleeping out, she being out. I come home last night, she was in my house this morning. Shit in the garage. You don't give her no water anymore, so don't lie. Because when you feed her, you don't give her no water. She outside parking. This one just park all day. She ain't like who's their work percentage? Right from the scene. Take care of my dog, man. That's my dog. That's my dog, yeah. That's my dog. That's my dog, yeah. Sometimes you gotta I gotta put my son in. You know, I only got one boy in the house right now. And he the last one to leave the house, y'all. And he probably ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna tell you that right now. My son will be 17 this year. He the youngest one out the pack. He'll be 17 this year, y'all. 17. They grow up fast, y'all. I swear to God. Kids grow up fast. I remember the nigga was 8 years old. Now he's 17. But that's my dog. That's my dog, yeah. That's my dog. What you in there playing, Kasir? Grand Theft? Oh, you ain't no good. You ain't no good. Hey, did I tell you Uncle John died? You do know Uncle John. Oh, well, he left before you was born. Uncle John, your grandmother's brother. He used to live out here with us when you were little. You don't remember anything to the age of 5? How the fuck is that possible? Huh? You said what? It's what? Oh, so you don't remember none of them motherfuckers be like, hey, I'm your auntie. You be like, who? Huh? He be like, I don't know none of y'all. Garcia stupid. Garcia said, I don't remember none of them niggas. He said he don't remember shit before 5. Garcia a fool, y'all. Garcia is a fool. You a fool, Garcia. My son is a motherfucking fool. I had to get myself together. All right, y'all. Hold on. Let me open up this this other menu so I can break this shit down. Break this shit. Hey, Kasser, can you go there and close your mother's door? Please. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I can hear everything going on upstairs. Yo. There we go. I felt like I hear everything. Like, God, I don't know. Maybe my ears are just too good. Because I be feeling like I be hearing every fucking thing. She ain't giving me no dough like she's supposed to. So I think I got to file like I'm supposed to. It's been a minute, but you know what I'm supposed to do. Fuck what they be talking about, nigga. I go through anything you talk about, nigga. Yeah, I'm with it. Fuck niggas acting like they know me. I did it. String along and focus, nigga. Who really with it? The city ain't changed, nigga, so don't ever forget it. Fuck, take it some. Damn. Right, boy? Kasir, you still got football practice school, right? What y'all been doing? Oh, when do y'all start?
Oh no, we really just been doing 7-on-7. Because all last week we were doing tests.
Mm-hmm. When y'all putting on pads? My shit moving slow. I don't get what's going on. Shit. I'm trying to get in my studio. My shit is tripping. It shouldn't need to be as I'm getting my shit. All right, let me see if this works, y'all. Okay, there we go. There we go. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, there we go. I just wanted to take that off. Hold on, let me also, I want to change my settings, man. Let me change my settings. You know, title in it, I'm about to say. Subscribers only. We only want subscribers today. We don't want no regular people, no repepper, no regular people, yeah. Oh, word, I didn't know I could do this. Oh, I didn't know I could do this, y'all. I didn't know I could do this. Oh, I'm about to kill the game now, y'all. Ooh, I didn't know I could do this. I just figured out some shit. I just figured out some shit, y'all. Okay. Okay, y'all. I'll do that real quick. Now, it's something simple, real quick. Something simple as that. Redirect my shit and get my shit back. That's how you do that shit, y'all. Something so fucking simple. What's that music? All right, hold on, y'all. Give me 1 minute. All right, I'm back. So P. Diddy be tripping. Let's see. Let's see what we got going on, y'all. Says the feds are calling Diddy out for asking a judge to exclude evidence from upcoming criminal trial, claiming Diddy is just trying to postpone a fast approaching start date for the trial. According to new legal documents obtained by TMZ, Diddy is trying to exclude a bunch of evidence related to sex trafficking charges that allege freak-offs, claiming prosecutors turned over the evidence too late and didn't give him enough time to prepare his defense. Ooh. So Diddy saying, y'all playing a dirty game. Diddy feel like the prosecutors is playing dirty. He feel like y'all not giving him a chance to prepare his case. He said, if y'all don't want me to succeed, because if y'all wanted me to succeed, we wouldn't be going through these issues. That's what they saying, y'all. That's what Diddy attorneys are saying. But didn't he fire one of his attorneys? Or didn't his attorneys excuse themselves from this case? Wouldn't that derail the case? I thought that would have set the trial back. Could tell you the truth. I thought that was going to postpone a little bit more than what the fuck they got going on. Fucking evidence. Another thing, I thought the prosecution had to turn over evidence over by a certain time. I hope they ain't trying to throw this case on purpose. That I do hope. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's always something new around this motherfucker. Always something new. The Diddy said, fuck that, man. It's time to get the fuck out of here. I got to go. You always getting robbed. A lot of you niggas gonna start.
Just got robbed on Rodeo Drive for $300,000 worth of my diamond chains. Pretty cooked. So funny, yeah. But I'm live on party, so guys, I just got robbed on Rodeo Drive for $300,000 worth of my diamond chains. Pretty cooked. So funny, yeah. But I'm live on party, so guys, I just got robbed.
Fuck out of here. I believe it when I see it. See, y'all got to pay attention, bro, to a insurance scam when you see one. I know insurance scam when I see one, bro. So, popular YouTuber, Jack, talking about he got robbed. Bro, you've been robbed easier than that, bro. We don't watch you hire niggas to do shows for you, and the niggas don't even rap and walk away with 100,000. 100,000. Who was that? I think you got Quavo. I think he brought Quavo to perform at one of his birthday parties. This nigga paid Quavo like 150 racks to perform a song, and the nigga didn't even perform the song. They said Quavo just walked out there, walked around, got his money, and walked the fuck out. But what I want to know is, how the fuck you get robbed for 300,000 worth of jewelry, but they let you keep the watch, the Richard Mille? That don't even make sense. Look, y'all. That's why I say these niggas be faking. Look at the watch on his hand. He still got the watch on him. They robbed you. They robbed you, but let you keep the watch and the bracelet. They say, yeah, we just want what's on your neck. You can keep the bracelet and you can keep the watch. See, you thought it was cool to go to LA because Big U was in jail. Hey, Jack, you still got to check in. Hey, you still got to check in, little nigga. Just because the big boss is in jail don't mean you ain't got to check in, man. It's still lieutenants. The show don't stop. There's always an underboss, man. Remember that. It's always an underboss. The show do not stop. It don't stop for nobody. The show do not stop for nobody. You already know what time it is. Share the live, like, share, and subscribe. Share the live, like, share, and subscribe. You already know. You already know. You already know. Ain't that what we tell them, y'all? They be like, damn, cat. Yeah, you already know. Fuck is you talking about, gangster? Niggas will mispronounce your name, baby. Niggas will mispronounce your name, baby. Hey, give me that. Hey, Tots here. Close the garage door. I want nobody stealing my equipment. You know, last day I wanted somebody to steal my shit. Exactly. Same shit I said. But they let you keep the watch. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out. Let you keep the watch. You can keep the watch though. Don't worry about it, dog. The watch is yours, man. Y'all crazy. It's got to be a skit. Better be a fucking movie.
Yeah, how to sign with an agent, bro. So
Damn. It's a cold, cold world. It's a cold, cold world, yeah. Cold, cold world. Daddy wasn't. How you get fired on your first day on the job? How you get fired on your first day on the job, man? Real tough. What it do? That nigga Shiloh said, man, I had to fire my dad. Yo, that's a cold feeling when you gotta fire your dad, bro. That's a fucking cold feeling. You had to fire your dad, not your agent, not somebody trying to represent you. I had to fire my dad. We all know that this draft didn't go good for the Sanders family. We all know this draft didn't go good for the Sanders family, but we also know why. We also know why it was a lot of hatred, a lot of mixed feelings between the family. And I think there was a lot of things that led up to this shit happening, man. To the Sanders falling in the draft, to Shiloh not even getting picked up. It made me realize how what you do in life can affect your kids, man. You don't really realize it. Because I used to always think about, man, my kids, they on their own person. I'm my own man, they their own man. Well, if a nigga judging the kids based off the dad, then that's fucked up. And I seen it firsthand where these kids was judged off of what the father done did. And I think what fucked them up the most, I keep telling people, bro, every time I talk to somebody, I say what fucks them up the most is that they dad didn't take the NFL job. I'm telling you, bro, if Deion Sanders would have took that NFL job before them kids was getting drafted, they would have never fell in that draft. The only reason them kids fell in that draft is because they felt like Deion Sanders smacked them in the face. They felt like Deion Sanders basically smacked the NFL in the face. So you really not gonna come coach here? You really not gonna come to the NFL where we made you? You gonna stay in college? So you gonna help them, but you don't want to come help the league? And then it was one thing that Shador said that I think stuck out with me too. I don't know if y'all remember, but he was on that podium. Y'all remember when Shador was at the combine? Do y'all remember when Shador was at the combine and what he said? Let me see if I can find that speech. Let me see if I can find that speech, y'all.
I'm going down.
You going down?
What?
Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find that speech. There we go. Is this the video? Where can I watch it at? Okay, they put it already. There we go. Here we go, yeah. Show y'all something. Let me show you something. Let me show y'all something, y'all. I think nobody remember this, but I think this is what fucked it all up, y'all. I think this right here would fuck the draft up for Shador and Shiloh. This right here, y'all. When I went back and I started looking at this shit, I'm like, damn, this might not be smart. This might have not been smart, y'all. This move right here, Shador Sanders combine interview. If you ain't trying to change the franchise or the culture, don't get me. This is what Shador Sanders told the NFL. That's a very bold statement to tell NFL owners. It's almost like telling NFL owners that you ain't got your shit together. You ain't got your shit together. You ain't handling your business. What you did with this organization ain't being ran right. And winning and losing sometimes ain't based on the organization. The players at the top. Hey, Rocky, get them up out of here, Rocky. Hey, Rocky, if you feel like they disrespecting, get them up out of here. I'll holler at you. Bye-bye. Get them niggas up out of here. We not harboring fugitives. We is not harboring fugitives. Kick that nigga up out the house. Hasta la vista, baby. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more. What you say? Bye-bye. That ass up out of here. Get that ass up out of here. That's what we gonna do. Get you the fuck up out of here.
The coach that don't give me. So you should know history repeats itself over and over and over. And I've done it over and over and over. So if you ain't trying to change the franchise or the coach that don't give me. So you should know history repeats itself over and over and over. And I've done it over and over and over. So it should be no question why.
I hear that. If you're not trying to change your franchise and the culture, don't get me. Nigga, that's why you wasn't drafted. This is why he slid to the 5th round, y'all. This is why. No disrespect, but this is why. You cannot tell NFL owners if you're not trying to change your organization or culture, don't draft me. That was the number one no-no. The number one no-no. You can't say that at no fucking what? Well, guess what all the NFL coaches said? Well, we ain't drafting them. That's what they all said the same thing. Well, we're not drafting them. Why? Exactly. My point exactly. They thinking like, bro, you ain't did shit in this league. You ain't played a down in the NFL. You ain't threw a pass in the NFL. And you get up on a combine stage and tell the NFL executives, if you ain't trying to change your organization, don't draft me? So you basically calling shots before you even are drafted, bro. You're calling shots before you even walk into the facility. If that's not a number one red flag, then what is? That is a number one red flag. If you tell somebody, don't draft me if you're not trying to change your franchise. Why would, bro, if I own a team and I've been owning this team for 20 something years, why the fuck would I want a person that's telling me that I need to change my franchise? I need to change my organization. I need to change the way I do shit. Who the fuck you is, nigga? You not no general manager. You not no exec. So you think you just gonna come in here and say, don't get me. Exactly. They remember how his dad was too. And then not only that, his dad was the one representing them. His dad was playing agent. His dad was doing the talking for him. A lot of conversations led up to this situation that made owners be like, yo, I think we need to pass on this. So you got him saying this. Then you got Deion. You got Deion where he go on the talk show. What talk show was it that Deion Sanders went on, y'all? Can anybody remind me what talk show it was that Deion Sanders went on and he told the lady on the talk show that he was going to walk his kids right into the NFL? And he said, don't nobody know how to do it better than me. And why would I go get somebody to do something that I know how to do? So basically, you thought the NFL was going to let you basically telling the NFL, I'm going to walk my kids right into the NFL. That's basically what you telling the NFL. Not they going to get drafted. Not they going to have to earn their keep just like everybody else. You basically made it sound like it was a sorority. And because I'm an NFL player, my kids is automatically first rounders. Exactly. And he also, there were some teams that his son isn't allowed to play for, no matter if they draft him. Who the fuck do you think you are? Who do you think you are, bro? That you going to tell the owners of an organization that its teams my son isn't allowed to play for, no matter if they draft him. Like this shit is little league. Like this shit is little league. I'm telling y'all, man, if you wanted to have this much control, then you should be up there with him, my dog. This is what I'm telling you. He fucked up when he didn't get an NFL job. Or by not taking the NFL job. By staying in Colorado. This is why I say it defeats the purpose. If your purpose was to get your kids to the NFL, and you have a chance to coach your kids in the NFL, why wouldn't you do it? It defeats the purpose to get your sons to the NFL, and then you don't go with them. You stay in college. That defeated the whole purpose. I thought your whole purpose was to get them to the NFL. You got them through high school. You coached them in high school. You coached them in prime prep. You coached them in the Truth League with the Truth. You see what I'm saying? You coached them at Jackson State. You coached them at Colorado. Wouldn't it be smart to coach them in the NFL? Wouldn't it have been smart to sign to an NFL team as a coach? And then once you get that coaching job, you draft your son? Or you give up some draft picks to get your son? Why wouldn't you keep it going? But instead, You decided to belittle the same league that you came from. You decided to undermine the same league that invested in you. And then you say to yourself, he can't play for nobody if I don't allow him to play for them. Oh, they looked at this family and said, y'all got us fucked up. Who told y'all run shit? That's what the owners did. That's what the owners did. They said, who told y'all that y'all make this shit work? Listen to what he said, y'all. Listen to this speech and tell me, if y'all was an owner of an NFL team, are you drafting this guy after you hear this at the combine? Remember, and also remember, he didn't work out at the combine. He just showed up. He thought he was too good to work out. He thought he was too good to throw a ball at the combine. So he didn't throw no ball. He didn't work out. He didn't jump. He didn't run. He didn't do nothing, y'all. Nothing at the combine. He just showed up. At least Deion Sanders ran a 40 at the combine. At least Deion Sanders ran a 40. And I think what the NFL executives also didn't like was that, how are you going to skip the process? Basically, the process. Because everybody know to go to the NFL, it's a process, my nigga. You got to do the combine. You got to do the interviews. It's certain things that you have to do. You understand? You have to do. Point blank, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. If I don't like it, then we don't do it. I don't like it. Huh? I don't care what you like. It's what I like. No, it's not. It's not your hair until you 18. You don't own your body till you 18. No, you don't. That's y'all got it fucked up. Y'all don't own shit till you grown and you out of my house. Until then, that's my hair. It's my body. You dress how I tell you to dress. You look how I tell you to look. And I don't like that shit. You already know I don't like it. Bro, he had a chance. Rocky, he had a chance to get a coaching job, yo. Bro, he had a chance. It was a couple coaching jobs that was open. It was a couple coaching jobs that was open, and they were looking for him. He had a chance to get a coaching job. He had a chance. But he said, I'm staying in Colorado. He said, I'm staying in Colorado. That's why I say, man, he wasn't really trying to help. If you're really trying to help yourself, son, you would have went to the league, bro. He would have went to the league with his son. He would have said, I'm coaching, and whatever team I coach for, I'm drafting my son. You think he couldn't have got a coaching job if Travis Hunter told them, yo, Deion I want to play for Deion. I want to play for Deion. I want to play for Deion. Come on, man. You got the number 2 pick in the draft. But guess what, though? I know what this is going to do, though. It's going to slow down that recruitment to Colorado. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. Everybody thought going to play for Deion was going to be an easy way into the NFL. Now people seeing that it's actually backfiring. Let's be honest, y'all. It's actually backfiring. Going to play for Deion is not helping people get to the NFL. It might help you be around some ex-NFL players on the coaching staff, but it's not helping you get to the NFL because it's almost like the NFL look at it like a charade. It's almost like the NFL look at it like they're not doing no real coaching over there. I'm going to be honest. It's almost like the NFL was looking at Colorado like they ain't doing no real coaching. Everything is to cater to one person needs. Come on. Everybody said the same shit last year. Everybody said that the whole offense is built around 2 people, Shador and Travis Hunter. The running back got no love. The running back in that offense got no love. I think the running back will get eight carries a game. How you starting running back in college football is getting like 8 carries a game, my nigga? What running back wants to go play for a college football team where you only run the ball 8 times a game? Come on. They had Dylan Edwards, didn't know how to use him. Dylan Edwards barely used him. He went to K-State and they used the shit out of him. Pay attention. The other running back just transferring out. Everybody transferring out. Everybody is leaving Colorado. Why? Because they realizing the league don't like this nigga. The NFL don't like Deion. Can he actually help me get to the NFL? Because I'm only here because I'm trying to go to the league. I'm only here because I wanted the lights, the cameras on me. I'm only here because Deion got the circus around us. He got the lights, camera, action. On game day, all the celebrities come out. Not one time do we hear about scouts being at the game. Let me say this again. Not one time did y'all hear, oh, the scout from the Panthers is at the game. Oh, the scout from the Falcons is at the game. You don't hear none of that shit. All you see is celebrities. What was that dude? Who was he? Cromani? What Cromani say? I want to play for a real team. But I don't have to play for clicks and views. Clicks and views. So when I ask you, is this the reason Shador fell off in the draft? Y'all let me know. Because I think this right here, this one video, this one combine speech is the reason he went from the 1st round to the 5th. Because I know if I'm a GM, I'm out of here. Nigga, as soon as I heard this speech, I'd have been like, oh, hell no, I'm not picking that nigga. Change my franchise?
If you ain't trying to change the franchise or the coach, don't give me. So you should know history repeats itself over and over and over. And I've done it over and over and over. So it should be no question why an NFL franchise should pick me. You think I'm worried about what critics say or what people got to say? You know who my dad is? They hate it.
You hear that? You hear what he said? He said, you think I'm worried about what critics say? Boy, do you know who the people that's criticizing you? I think he don't know. Do you know the people that's criticizing you are not the fans? They're not the fans. These are the scouters. These are the recruiters. These are the evaluators. They are the ones that's criticizing you. And then for you to say, do you know who my dad is? Oh, y'all tripping, man. You guys to be tripping. Do you know who my dad is? Nigga, do you? Do you? This is why they say everything ain't for everybody. Because if you knew who your dad was, you would have immediately been like, you know what? Let me not be too cocky up here. Because they know my dad cocky. Let me not be too cocky. Let me be humble. And you want to know what the crazy thing about it is, bro? Do y'all notice how they changed Shador, bro? I don't think y'all realize how they changed Shador's character, bro. And I'm going to keep it real. Shador used to be the quiet one. Shador was the one who wasn't outlandish. Shador didn't wear jewelry. It's almost like Deion wants Shador to be just like him. But Shiloh is more like him. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? It's almost like Deion. It's almost like Shador is the better athlete, but he's less like Deion than all his kids. Shiloh is the worser athlete, but he's more like Deion than any of the kids. So it's almost like Deion sees Shador and he's like, oh, I want you to wear the number 2. Oh, you got to wear the jewelry. You got to wear the jewelry. You got to shine. Shador never did that shit, bro. He never was like that wearing jewelry. He didn't give a fuck about none of that shit. In high school, none of that. Now when he got to college and you got that prime time effect, it's all about the jewelry. It's all about the big chains. Did y'all see that big ass chain, number 2 chain he had on at the draft? Come on, man. Y'all better pay attention. This nigga had his jewelry laid out like the jewelry was getting drafted. These niggas had the jewelry laid out like the jewelry was getting drafted. Y'all got to understand, bro. We put too much into the wrong shit. Y'all worried about the jewelry. You worried about how to, man, y'all crazy, bro. You crazy. Now we know why he wasn't at the draft. Because I kept saying to myself, like, damn, why Shador ain't at the draft? But why Shador ain't walking that stage? His daddy walked that stage. Wouldn't you want to walk the stage like your dad did? Nope. He ain't had no agent. So he didn't know where he was going to fall into the draft. See, when you got an agent and they talk to the teams, you know who may take you, who going to take you, who thinking about taking you. He didn't have no agent. The only thing he had was his dad talking to the coaches, talking to them. That's another no-no. Why? Because they look at you like you trying to break the system. They don't like people trying to break the system, my nigga. We do the system a certain way. It's a certain way the way we do this shit. And ain't not one man gonna come in this motherfucker and fuck it up. They're not gonna allow you to do that, bro. Not gonna happen. Not gonna fucking happen. So now we know the bullshit. Now we know the bullshit, y'all. Because like I said, I'm not no dummy. I pay attention. I pay attention, man. I damn sure do. Pay attention. What it do? I damn sure do pay attention. That's why I said all you got to do is pay attention, bro. Pay attention. Listen to this shit again, y'all. This shit crazy.
Ain't trying to change the franchise or the coach don't give me. So you should know history repeats itself over and over and over. And I've done it over and over and over. So it should be no question why NFL franchise should pick me. You think
And it's another thing too. What have you done over and over and over? What have you done over and over and over? I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm not trying to be biased. I'm just want to ask a question. Shador, what have you done over and over and over? Are you saying that you changed landslides of football teams over and over and over? Because you didn't. You didn't. I'm trying to figure out. This is the arrogance of people, bro. This nigga said he's done it over and over and over. That's a blatant lie, y'all. That's a blatant lie. And know how I'm gonna tell you that's a blatant lie? Because Jackson State, y'all didn't even change that program. That program didn't get changed. Y'all had one good year at Jackson State, and y'all left. So how do you change a program in 1 year? Definitely didn't. Definitely didn't change that program in 1 year. You had one good year at Jackson State, then y'all left to go to Colorado. You went to Colorado to a team that only won one game. Okay, they won one game. But what was y'all record the next year? Didn't y'all only win like 4 games? The first year y'all was there? Let's be honest. Didn't y'all win only 4 games? What was Colorado record the first year Deion was there? Let me see. Let me see, y'all. What was Colorado record the first year Deion Sanders coached? Exactly. 13-12. Colorado is 13-12 with you, Shador, at quarterback. 1 game over 500. 1 game over 500. See, you see the irony of these niggas? He literally said, I've been doing this over and over and over, as if he's been changing programs, as if he's like him coming to the program is going to be instant success. Like you're going to get instant success. Bro, Colorado in 2 years of you being there did not have any success. Who think 13-12 is success? Who think 13-12 is success? Because I don't think so. Anywhere in America, if you go 13-12, you fired. I've seen college coaches lose their job for worse. Anywhere in America, y'all. Anywhere in America. Anywhere in America. Hold on, I got to screenshot this. Let me add this, bro. Anywhere in America, this nigga would have lost his job, y'all. Y'all know I gotta put this on Instagram real quick, and I gotta add Deion Sanders. Because I gotta ask you, Deion Sanders, is you just getting the job because of money? Because this sounds like money to me. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's be honest. Any team in America that has this record in 2 years with a new coach, with much publicity as Deion and all the players that was willing to go to Colorado, all the big time coaches they got over there, Hall of Fame. We'd be fired if we had a record like this. (13-12) is not a success on any college level. I'm just keeping it real, y'all. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real. They don't like when I tell the truth, though. They don't like when I tell the truth, though. I just be keeping it real. This nigga said I've been doing it over and over and over again, y'all. Y'all heard what he said? He said, I've been doing this shit over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. Well, if you've been doing it over and over and over again, why you had a 13-12 record? And I'm not hating, I'm just being real.
If you ain't trying to change the franchise or the culture, don't get me. So you should know history repeats itself.
History repeats itself. So if you're not trying to change the franchise or the culture, y'all heard him, right? If y'all not trying to change the franchise or the culture, then don't get me. Don't get me, right? Don't get me. Because you're trying to change the franchise and the culture. So now the one who really changed the culture, who really should have went first round, who really fucked up his life because he would have been a first round if he would have stayed in South Carolina. Let's be honest. Shiloh. This is why I say motherfuckers is greedy. And this is why I understand what his mom be talking about sometimes, bro. Not all the time. Let me get it right. Not all the time do I agree with Pilar. But this is why I agree with Pilar when she say to her kids, put yourself first. Put yourself first. Put yourself first. Y'all want to know why? Because Shiloh, out of everybody, was the one who didn't put himself first. I'm glad the daughter put herself first. And now she at Alabama A&M rocking out, playing basketball, doing her thing. Because Colorado tried to fuck her over. And it's mighty funny that Deion had a lot of say-so with the football, but he couldn't even pull no strings to make sure that his daughter was starting. I think that was fucked up. You pulling all the strings to make sure Shador and Shiloh start, but you ain't pulling no strings to make sure baby girl walk right onto the basketball court and have no issues. She was barely getting player PT, y'all. She was barely getting PT. She get in for like a minute a game, if that, if she even get in. Matter of fact, I don't even think Deion was even going to the basketball games, y'all. I think he went to one game, if I'm mistaken. Pay attention. Pay attention, y'all. Let's be honest. Shador didn't have no competition at the quarterback position. They didn't go recruit no quarterbacks to give Shador competition. That's why I say the game is really rigged, my nigga, to make you fail. Because if I was a quarterback, ain't no way in hell I'm going to play for Deion Sanders when I know Shador is going to be the starter no matter what. No matter how hard I play, no matter how good I am, no matter how far I throw the ball, no matter how fast I run, Shador is the starting quarterback. Imagine getting recruited to play quarterback at Colorado and Shador already there. And you like, or Shador's coming from Jackson State with Deion. And you the quarterback. And you tell the quarterback, I already got my quarterback. Remember when he came to Colorado, he literally told all them kids, I got my quarterback already. I got my Louis luggage. I got my Louis luggage with me. And y'all not it. Y'all not it. I got my quarterback already, which is my son. Who want to play for somebody like that? Who wants to play for a coach where you know who's going to get all the attention? You automatically know who gets all the love. You already know who's going to be treated different out of the bunch of players. You already know. Pay attention, y'all.
Dad was our agent, but Dad has been working out. Too good. So today I had to sign with an agent, bro. So we're gonna see what happens. Dad was our agent, but Dad hasn't been working out too good. So today I had to sign with an agent, bro. So we're gonna see what happens. Dad was our agent, but Dad hasn't been working out too good. So today I had to sign with an agent, bro. So we're gonna see what happens. Dad was our agent, but Dad hasn't been working out too good. So today I had to sign with an agent, bro. So we're gonna see what happens.
Y'all heard what Shiloh said? Dad was our agent, but that hasn't been working out too good. Hear that? Dad was our agent, but that hasn't been working out too good. That ain't been going too good for us, y'all. My dad was our agent, but the NFL ain't too fond of our dad like we thought. Imagine you seeing all the videos of your dad throughout life. Prime time. Deion Sanders. He the man. You think Deion the man, that's your dad. Everybody love your dad. And then when it's time for you to go to the same league that made your dad, the NFL, you realize that the league is not too fond of your father. You realize that you've been living in a facade this whole time, thinking that everybody loved your dad, not realizing that the only people that loved your dad is the fans. Not realizing that the only people that fuck with your dad is the fans. But when you get to the business side of it, the organization side, you start to realize, damn, these niggas really don't even fuck with my dad. They hating on us. Damn. They don't want to draft us because of our dad. Damn. I've been through it. I know exactly how they feel, bro. You want to know how I know? Because my son went through it. My son went through it. So I know exactly how they feel right now. My son should have been playing at every D1 level, any D1 school. But most of these schools, they judge you based off your dad too. Or when they recruit, They looking at your family, looking at your mama. Look, shit that they ain't even supposed to be paying attention to. So you worried about my dad's arrogance. You feel like my dad has too much control over us. And that's what it really is. Because Deion is an active father. He's an active father. He's in his kid's life. And when you are an active father in your kid's life, you get shunned on. When it's time for other people to be in your kid's life and take them to the next level, they don't want the dad around. I'm going to keep it real. They don't want the dad around. And I'm going to give you a perfect example. You know why it was easy for Deion Sanders to take Travis Hunter and take him like that was his child and move him within his household and do the things he did for him? Because he didn't have no dad around. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. That's why these people at these high levels, they love kids with no father, no mother in the home, because it's easier to navigate their path. It's easier to control their destiny. But when you got a father, or especially a two-parent household where a mother and father, like my kids got, where you got a married, their mother and father is in the household. You know the father there make decisions in the household. Guess what? They don't want them type of kids. Because now, when they want to navigate your path, that path can't be navigated because they don't have the control that they want, because the father is a dominant figure in that child's life. You can't just tell that child, hey, I think you should go to this school. You're going to go to this school. And that child listen to you because he got a father that's like, nah, we want to go to this school. Or I think you should go to this school. You see what I'm saying? Because we know some of these coaches get back. They get drawback for what they do. Y'all remember He Got Game? Come on, y'all remember He Got Game? Why was the coach so mad at Jesus Shuttleworth? Everybody wanted Jesus Shuttleworth. You're going to go to this school, boy. They willing to give you this. Coach called Jesus Shuttleworth in the office. Hey, can you go to this school? I think at this school would be a real good school for you. Everybody want to navigate your path. And guess who? The one person that wasn't there. Guess who the one person that wasn't there in Jesus Shuttleworth's life, that was there from the beginning? His dad. That's why I love that movie so much, because that's what people don't understand about what's going on with these sports and this life shit. They've been doing it for years, my nigga. When you a good athlete, everybody wants you to come live with them. I went through it when I was young. You know, bro, my mother will tell you. If I call my mother right now, she'll tell you. Nigga, before I moved to Texas, I was playing football. Nobody wanted me to leave New Jersey. Coaches was like, oh, he could come stay with me. Oh, let him stay with me. Families, rich families. Oh, you could come stay here with me. We'll take care of him. We'll send them to you every 2 weeks. And then we'll send them to you on holidays and on the summer. Everybody. Because why? They want to navigate your future. They see that you're good at something. They see that you got talent. They do that. They know that you got it. They did it with Lenny Cook. When Lenny Cook was the number one player in New Jersey, number one player in the country, Lenny Cook. Lenny Cook had everything he could even want in his eyes before he even touched an NBA court. Why? Because everybody wanted to navigate his life. Because they saw dollar signs. When people see dollar signs and they see that you have a talent, collect. This water's hot. And people see you have a talent, they want to navigate your life because they know they could get something out of it in return. That's why the number one thing they always want you to do is come live with me. I need you to come live with me. I remember when Keith Jr., was I remember when Q Jr. was, I think he was 14 in 8th grade. 13 in 8th grade. I remember he was in 8th grade. And we played at an All-Star game. Brett Cooper All-American All-Star game. And it was a guy that came up to me, saw Keith Jr. playing, came up to me and was like, bro, would you allow him to come live with me in Tennessee and go to school out here? I coach football at a private school. This nigga was offering me money. He was offering me and Kimmy money. He was like, take my number. He was like, just think about it. He was like, all types of shit. He wanted Keith that bad, bro. Never met this guy a day in my life. But I'm a father. What I look like sending my son to go live with somebody else and go to school with somebody else. But these people out here do it, especially when you are a one-parent household, especially when you are in need of money, need help taking care of your bills. They prey on you. They prey on you. So we see a lot of steps was made in this Deion Sanders shit, man. A lot of steps was made that weren't right. And if people would have paid attention to it, they would have saw this ship sinking before it sunk. Because you putting too much power into Deion's hands, man. Like, I understand you the dad, but them NFL executives and them owners was not going to allow Deion to have all that power with them, bro. You think we're going to put your kids in the league and allow you to not have no agent for them kids and then control their destiny on where they go and navigate their contracts? Oh, hell no. Too much power, Deion. Come on, you should have knew that they wasn't going to fuck with you if you did that. You know damn well that they wasn't going to allow you to play the game dirty because they know you know the game. They know you know the game already. They know you know how this shit work. They know you know the system. So you trying to break the system. Man, y'all better pay attention, bro. And for all you recruits that thought this was going to be an easy way to the NFL going through Deion, you just see that that's not true now. You know how many recruits is going to back away from Deion now because what just happened? You know how many recruits that thought that's going to say, ooh, the NFL don't like Deion. Ain't going to Colorado. Ain't going to Colorado. The NFL don't fuck with Deion. Ooh, hell no. Not me. Not me. I'll be a fool to go to Colorado now. His own sons didn't get drafted. His own sons didn't get drafted. I'll be a fool to fuck with Colorado now. Who would have ever thought Shiloh Sanders would have went undrafted? Let's be honest, y'all. Who would have ever thought Shiloh Sanders would have been an undrafted free agent? Nobody. We talking about an SEC safety. He went to South Carolina before he went to Jackson State. We already knew he could play with the big dogs. We already knew Shiloh was a Division I player. Shiloh lost a year of eligibility fucking with his dad. He lost a year of eligibility fucking with his dad, y'all. That's why I say I really feel bad for Shiloh more than anybody. Because if Shiloh would have stayed at South Carolina, he probably would have been a first-round pick. If Shiloh would have stayed at the University of South Carolina and never left to go to Jackson State, and if he would have been selfish, if Shiloh would have been selfish and thought about himself, if he would have thought about himself and not his dad, he would have been a first-round draft pick. And it's messed up, man. I feel like he got the bad end of the stick And the crazy thing about it is, he humble as hell. Shiloh, the most humblest one out of everybody. I'm watching the draft party. I'm watching everything that going on. And bro, you would forget that Shiloh was even in the draft. Everything was centered around Shador. Did y'all notice that? See, this is why I say pay attention. Did y'all notice that? The whole NFL, Deion, I'm just keeping it real, y'all. It's almost like Shiloh wasn't even in the draft. Go watch them videos, y'all. Go back and watch them videos of the Sanders family, and you're going to see Shiloh is playing the back. You're going to see that all the decorations is for number 2. Everything is for number 2. It was almost like the party was Shador party, and everybody forgot about Shiloh. That shit was crazy. Small.
What?
I said it's small.
Oh, that's what it is.
Oh, that's she got that from a Happy Meal. At Sonic, she bought a Happy Meal. He said that's her toy. But I noticed that. I just think they did Shiloh fucked up, y'all. Like, if y'all watch that shit, one thing about me, I pay attention. I always peep shit. Did you peep that, Jimmy? When you was watching the Sanders videos of the draft, did you notice that it seemed like the draft party was all about Shador? Like, now that I thought about it, I forgot Shiloh was even in the draft. Like, because they had number 2 everywhere. It was like everything, the decorations, everything was centered around Shador. Even Shiloh was more worried about Shador getting drafted than himself. He wasn't even selfish. It was almost like, I'm like, now that I think about it, I'm like, damn, did y'all forget about Shador? Did y'all forget it was his draft day too? I mean, Shiloh, did y'all forget about Shiloh? It was his draft day too. And he been doing that his whole life. And this is why I say I don't agree with Pilar on everything, but that's what I do agree about. She made a video and she was telling her kids to I don't want to butcher what she said or misquote her, but she basically was saying, she was basically telling her kids to follow your own footsteps, do your own thing, live in your own life. And she was happy for her daughter for leaving Colorado and going to do her own thing, because she felt like, do your own thing. She felt like you're allowing your father to control every aspect of your life.
Right, that you end up not living. Because he's a clear-cut guy. He has a plan. And sometimes it's hard, you have tunnel vision when you have a plan, right? So you're not thinking about the living, the enjoyment, the small things that matter in life, right? Because the vision, he's getting older and older. He's sitting there, and both of his sons are grown men now. So his goal, like a lot of people who are dreaming that way, is to make sure when I leave this place, you guys take on the legacy that I left for you. That's all people want. Regardless of all the money and all the shit that we see every day, people have simple requests out of life. And that's to make sure your kids are taken care of, your family, and that when you leave, that is your generational wealth. All the football you played, everything that you ever gave them means nothing because they can't manage it, can't make it, right? So that's what he's doing. But she's not wrong, because that's why you have a mother and a father. His job is, he's got it geared towards the goal, and she's there to be like, hey, you know what? At the end of the day, love what you're doing, but at any time, this is your life. You have to live your life. Mm-hmm. Regardless of you being a football player, a Colorado student, regardless, you're going to have to take your own journey. That's why I say your journey is personal only to you. It's not everybody else's, and you can't live through anybody else.
No, you're definitely right. And I think that's one of the main things she was trying to say. And that's why I say I agree on her on that, because like she was so happy when her daughter did exactly what you said and did her own thing. And Shiloh, that's why I look at Shiloh like that, because I feel like he, out of anybody, because remember, he didn't want to leave Jackson State. Remember, he was so happy. He was like, man, he didn't want to leave. He gave them a tough time. I don't think he also wanted to leave South Carolina. You remember for Jackson State. So look what Shiloh has done throughout his career. Everything he's done has always been overshadowed to help his father, to help Shador, and not walk his own path of righteousness. He had his own path. You see what I'm saying? And Deion made him take his path. No, don't take that path that you going on. I want you to not forego your path, that road that you got. And that road might be the richest road for you. But I want you to take my road. And I think that's selfish. Even though your road might get me to the same destination. But guess what? What if the road you taking me on got more bumps and more bruises and more hills to climb? And that's what it seemed like it did. Because who suffered taking this road? Shiloh and Shador. And Shiloh, like I said, he didn't start at South Carolina. But guess what? He was getting PT. He was getting playing time. And he was a freshman. So you playing in the SEC. Shiloh left the SEC to go play for Jackson State because his dad was going to coach. Is that not like a selfish move? That's like me, right? Being a coach. That's like Keith Jr. being a D1 player right now. And I get a coaching job at a D3 school or HBCU school. And I tell my son, leave that Division I school where you got all the glitz, all the glamour, the food, the nice housing, the nice equipment to get you bigger and get you on a nice road to the NFL and come play for daddy at this low-level school. Is that not selfish?
It is selfish. It is selfish. But it ain't the end of the world. He just gonna have to be a grown man and eventually speak up to his dad and tell him, hey, Dad, I love your path, but I have my own. That's a personal issue. You got to figure that out behind closed doors.
No. It's over with now because now they at the NFL, but it didn't pan out the way they thought it was. See, Deion thought he was going to have first round, second round draft picks, all three of these kids, Travis Hunter, him, all of them first and third round. So now you see that Shador go in the fifth round, Shiloh don't get drafted. You see what I'm saying? And then now as your kids, you start to do the same thing Keith Jr. did to me. Damn, Dad. You start looking at your dad kind of crazy, like, yo, I didn't get drafted because of you. Damn. So now you start to realize the fans love you, Dad. But the executives in the league, they not too really fond of you, Dad. You don't realize how much of a business is until you get to the business, and so now you see my dad played in this business, and he's loved by everybody, but they're fans. They're fans. The commentators, they're fans. Everybody loved Deion as a fan, but when you get to the executives, when you get to the organizations, they looking at this nigga like, we don't like that nigga. Y'all like that nigga. That's your daddy. Oh, you thought we liked him? Who told y'all? Oh, we don't like Deion. We never like that flashy nigga. Why you think his number ain't retired for the Cowboys? Why you think Deion Sanders number? You see, nobody never paid attention. Deion Sanders is supposed to be one of the Hall of Famer, one of the top niggas in the NFL, and 21 is not retired for Dallas. 21 is not retired for Atlanta. 21 is not retired for 49ers. Pay attention. That means you're not as liked as you think. You see what I'm saying? Because that should have been automatic. Retirement number 21. 21 ain't retired at Florida State. Pay attention. How is your number? How is your son? And there's another thing why they look at this shit. How is Shador number retired? Right? And your number ain't even retired at Florida State. And Shador went 13-12. 13-12. That's one game over 500. So that's why I say people look at you and they see how you move and they be like, you know what? Nah, we don't want to deal with this shit. You don't want to hire an 8. Like, basically, he wanted to break the whole system, bro. See, it's the shit behind closed doors that people know about.
That's really what it is, right? It's really about the system. Because you niggas is fine when you're shaking my hands and having me in interviews and moving around and promoting this, that, and the third. When I'm prime time, when you turn the cameras on. But because I want to get my foot in the door, as always, come on, y'all, as always, now it's a motherfucking problem. Yeah. Right? As always. But that's what he talks about all the time. It's adversity. It was gonna come. It was gonna come, regardless. If he didn't know it was gonna come right here.
He knew.
Right. You know. Why? Because you planned for this. You ready for this.
No, I know he knew.
Shit is
no, I knew he knew they was going to do this because he didn't get no agent. He was their agent. And look, he already know the game. Exactly. That's like a nigga being, that's like Suge Knight being one of the biggest producers, right? And then his son come and be a rapper, right? And then he trying to get a contract, but Suge Knight is not a record label no more. And now everybody want to sign his son, right? Don't you think Suge Knight gonna be like, nigga, I know the game, so we're gonna play it like this. I'm gonna represent you. I'm gonna do it, right? And then now all the executives gonna be like, do what? They're gonna turn their nose and be like, oh no, see, he trying to beat the system.
He did. That's why he went into real estate.
Huh? Yeah.
That's why he went into real estate.
That's why
he's in real estate. He was on a reality show.
I know you said, but that's why he would do it.
He was trying to be a rapper, and everybody in the realtors was like, nigga, pick a side. You trying to debo us on the show? He had a bravado about himself, and they were like, yeah, that only plays like in the record business or in real estate. We don't fucking move like that. But that his bravado is exactly like his dad. Like, nigga, this ain't the mob. We selling property. Like, so, I mean, yeah, it's that same thing. He knew the business because he grew up around it. So when you think that you can relate one to the other, pots and pans are usually in the same kitchen, right?
Mm-hmm. And that's what fucked up the whole shit, because when they realized that you playing oddball, when they realize he's playing oddball, and when I say oddball, I mean you don't want to sign an agent. You feel like you don't have nothing to prove. Most people going to the NFL, bro, 99% have an agent, bro. Niggas is not representing themselves. Niggas who think they can represent themselves don't get drafted. You're not able to connect and network with the GMs in the leagues like these agents, man. They already connected. They already got other people that they represent. And because they already representing individuals already, they already got phone numbers. They already got access to these coaches, these players. They already been talking to these scouts. So that was a no-no. That was the number one fuck up. How the hell did you not do that? Ain't no way you were supposed to not get him an agent. Then, like I say, I'm gonna keep selling everybody this. I think Deion number one fuck up was not going to the NFL and trying to coach. He should have knew that I got to get a coaching job in the NFL. I got to. Because if I don't get a coaching job in the NFL and draft my kids, you see what I'm saying? They're going to try to play me. And my whole thing is, why?
That's exactly what he should have did, because you know better. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I would have drafted my kid.
Yeah, because you know better. Like, come on, you don't. And it's hard to believe because, like I said, if you listen to a person and you really understand what he's saying, he done gave you the plan. He ain't lied about nothing. He showed you everything he's done since they were on Little League, right? Mm-hmm. Walked them there. He should have took the job because you knew they were going to do this. But what was my thing is, like,
I said it earlier.
Did you want your sons to go through this adversity? Did you
That's
want
what
them
I said.
to see this? Because
that's what I said.
It's something that I know what everybody's talking about, but I'm talking about personally to him. Because, like I said, you don't go through all of this to come here and then act like you're surprised that they were going to move this way. But is this something that, like a lesson learned to your sons? Because that builds muscle. Sometimes you can tell your kids all the time, oh, just because I'm your daddy, they're going to come for you. They're going to do you like this. And you be like, yeah, you good. Because shit is glittering back here. To kids, they don't, even though they're out there in the real world and they hear shit, sometimes things are glittering in your eyes. Now you're sitting there and you feel it. This is fucking second round, third round, fourth round. You're like, Oh shit!
And you watching people go that you know not better than you.
No. Second round, third round.
Fourth,
Nigga, you
fifth.
sitting here in the fifth round.
And it's only 2 more rounds.
Exactly. So
and you start looking at your dad, and you like, bro, they don't like you. This ain't
something you've heard shit behind closed doors. You know they don't like you, but now you're like, damn. Because remember, just like there's people that love him, they know there's a lot of people that don't like their dad. They've lived in the limelight with him their whole life. They've heard everything that you can possibly think of. But when they close their doors, like every family, they have their own conversations. And please believe he's tried to prep them. My nigga, I can take you to the promised land. There's always going to be a roadblock. Let's see, did it come early? Is it gonna come later? When is it gonna come? Now you niggas are sitting here and y'all like, fifth fucking round, y'all do us like that? Okay, so now the realization hits in. Damn, I ain't like this much. This is about to be some real shit for me. Because now you gotta walk in, you gotta get dressed. You gotta get on that field come, practice day with the rest of the Cleveland Browns.
And they gonna give you hell
exactly
because of who your dad is.
Right, they're gonna give you hell. So now nigga, you're gonna have to get real tough. It's like when Mufasa tells Simba that when Simba has that moment and Mufasa's gone, the only difference is Mufasa's still here. And he's looking at his reflection and he's basically putting him on game. You're gonna have to step into this and go into the pride land and do it and roar. Niggas, y'all gonna have to roar like you never fucking knew.
Nah, for real. They're gonna have to have thick skin.
Real thick.
Thick skin because
tougher than his was.
Yeah, because they're gonna fuck with him just because of who his father is.
Exactly.
And you don't know
nothing to do with
and you don't know what you don't know who his father pissed off. See, one thing about these good old good game, this country club is these owners been around forever.
Right. This is not new people who have just joined the league. This money is old money.
Old money.
Right. So they've been here since you were recruited, my nigga.
The owners are old.
Right. Not only that, your sons have fucking taken over. So, like, you know what you're playing with. So now you have the opportunity to, unfortunately, get back at him. But like I said,
like people forget. I don't think, like, a lot of people don't know. You know how Skip Bayless became famous? Deion Sanders threw a bucket of water on him.
I thought it was the other guy.
No, that was Skip Bayless.
Oh.
When he was playing baseball and they won the World Series, Skip Bayless was criticizing him and was critiquing him so much for not just playing football and concentrating on football and going back and forth, right? So they in the locker room celebrating. Deion Sanders go get the water and he chunks a bottle of ice on Skip Bayless. And Skip Bayless is on the camera talking about that's very classless. This is very classless. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people didn't forget this shit Deion did too. He was really like when he went to the NFL Combine, he showed up late in a limo, only ran the 40, and after the 40, he ran out the tunnel, never came back.
I know, but you know what? Especially being of my big old age and being exposed to all of this as well, that world will also do whatever they can to break you and humble you. They can't take.
But they couldn't humble Deion.
Exactly. So that's the problem. So not everybody needs to be fucking humble, and not everybody's gonna let you humble them. And that's why I admire people like him, because he stands in his own fucking light. He don't give a fuck who says they like him or not. He did his own thing. Your legs is tired, you play football, you play baseball, you did your thing. Nigga, you can't stop my light. And these people in the entertainment business, we watch it all the time. Their job is to get up there and break you. Why? Because they work for fucking somebody else. They're holding a camera and a mic in your face, interviewing you, right? So their job is to make you mad, say things that are going to deter you, break your spirit so that the others can continue to use you the way that they want to use you. But when you say, fuck that, I got a light and you can't dim it at all, they don't like that shit.
Nah, they don't.
You talk about, what is it, LeVar Ball. Anybody that talks about being great and really living in their existence, they don't like that. That's not for you. I tell you who you are, and I let you be who I said you're going to be. But when you are who you are and you know your true essence and you don't allow anybody to bring you down, then that's a problem, especially in the entertainment world, because you can't be bigger than our program.
That's why Nipsey Hussle got killed.
Right.
Same reason why Nipsey Hussle got killed,
Right.
because he started to know who he was.
Right.
He started to know that he was bigger than a Crip.
Right, and that's why he follows the Bible so much. They executed Jesus. I mean, when you go back to the basic stories, whatever book you want to pull, there's an execution in one of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's always the one that stands out and is the most confident and speaks to the people and has something to say. That's why when your voice carries, they don't like that. Anybody who has ever existed, who had a voice and it carried and people listened or liked and admired, they're not here anymore. Or they're on their way out.
And why do you think that is?
Because the influence of the people is very important. And if everybody likes you, that's why you have to have some hate somewhere. It has to balance itself out. Just as much as we watch the highlights of Deion and we see all the good things, you see all the stuff that people didn't like, throwing water. You know what I'm saying? All of the bullshit. Now, we don't watch a lot of these players do some graphic, horrible shit that Deion ain't even fucking touched. But you hate this guy so much. But we have idolized motherfuckers who have dog abused, beat the shit out of women, even took some women out, took out some side chicks. You know what I'm saying? We love these motherfuckers, but a nigga that's got too much bravado,
we gotta humble him. And since we can't humble him, we're gonna humble his kid. That's what I feel like it is. Since we couldn't never humble Deion Sanders because he was almost bigger than the league itself. Now we get a second crack at the apple.
Right, and remember, people loved him. Do you see his house when you walk up? Yeah. He's got the scripture right in the house. It's land and acres, nigga. It's not like nobody loves you, my nigga. You have been very blessed for the love that you've received. So they couldn't even stop that. So they'd be like, I'll be goddamn if we allow this nigga to create general fucking wealth, generational fucking wealth.
Whoa, now you talking.
Right.
Now you talking. So this ain't about the kids. This is about them knowing that this right here can set the family up for generational wealth.
Right, because one day he's going to leave, and they're going to have to maintain.
I'm
not talking about financially. I'm talking about continuing the legacy.
I know, but I'm talking about even outside of that. See, it's one thing when daddy's money is coming down to you, but now every kid is set for life.
Right.
First round pick, second round pick. 30 million for some Shiloh, 30 million.
We can't. The grandkids coming too? We can't. What?
But the Mannings can have it though. Pay attention. Because that Archie Manning, the grandson, or whatever the Manning boy, the Manning boy in Texas.
They've been able to do it. They've got legacies.
Watch. He's gonna be a first round pick. You ain't gonna hear nothing about when he going to the draft. He's gonna be a first round pick, first pick of the draft. You're not gonna hear nothing about.
People know how to play by the rules, and sometimes, even though you know the same people, you play by the rules a lot better than the other person. So the Mannings, they probably know how to stay in their lane, play their position. And fucking Deion says, "I create my own lane if I have to."
He did
exactly.
And guess
Join
what?
me if you like, but if
guess what?
And that's
the Manning dude, he didn't start last year.
Right.
He could have been starting last year. I'm pretty sure that the Mannings had enough pull. Peyton Manning and Eli Manning had enough pull that where they could have said, my nephew not going nowhere where he ain't starting.
Right.
And if he do go there, I want him to start. No, they let him do the process.
Right.
They let him go through the process like how normal organizations do. And I think these executives feel like Deion Sanders has not went through the process from day one. And I'm going to keep it real with y'all. From youth league. Why did Deion Sanders start the Truth League? Because he wanted to control their growth at a youth level, right? So he created Truth Football in Dallas, Texas. And he had all the kids playing. I don't even know if it still exists. You see what I'm saying? That's how fucked up shit is now. When the nigga started, when his kids left, the organization left. You see, pay attention. Then he started Prime Prep. He started the school called Prime Prep. Teachers wasn't getting paid. People was complaining about misuse of funds. They were saying that the kids weren't really going to class. They had a whole bunch of stories about the shit. I don't know how much was true, how much was false. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I know he had prime prep, right? Prime prep ended up failing. I don't know if it was because they didn't have enough funds to keep it open or what, but prime prep closed. He took all the staff and most of the kids and then went to Trinity, to that Trinity school, the high school.
Right.
So now you think these coaches and these recruiters they see this shit. They telling these executives like, bro, he walked his kids through everything. Youth football, even opened up a school so he can make sure that he was the coach and he can navigate the players, right? And also he opened a charter school. Why? Because he could recruit players. So he also wanted to make sure that he got the best players from all around the country to come here, and he was giving them a place to stay to certain players, right? Now certain players get a place to stay, and I'm gonna bring you here. You're going to play for the school, and we're going to build a powerhouse, and we're going to be the best in high school football and all this shit. That didn't pan out and worked away. So then you go to college, Jackson State, and you make your son follow you. Instead of letting Shador go to a D1 school, go through the process to be a better quarterback, have to fight adversity in college because you might not be the starter when you come in. He automatically took him and made him the starter. You don't got to work you don't have to work against nobody. You don't got to go through it. Because I'm your dad and I'm the coach, you automatically just start. Coaches, they looking at that. So now if I'm an NFL coach and I'm going to bring you to my organization, I'm looking at you like you already have that sense of entitlement.
I already built my own organization. Ain't this slave-minded of us to be sitting here saying like, God damn, he's trying to run. He's trying to run. He's trying to leave us back here. Well, we have to just stay in lane, and we always talk about that shit. We always talk about people, you know what I'm saying, going through the process. And then some people go through the process and it never comes out. But every time we see that running nigga say, you know what, I'm going to do it my way, we get all fucking scared. Why he ain't going through the process? Nigga, because I'm tired of going through the fucking process. I'm tired of waiting for a motherfucker to like me. I'm tired of waiting for somebody else to give me something. I'm going to I made my money. I'm going to walk my children all the fucking way there. And it wasn't no secret. He said, watch me do it. He said, watch me do it. And we all watched him and they fucking hated him doing it. All the ones that couldn't do it, all the ones that tried to do it and didn't have to happen. All this, everybody's watching. And you couldn't wait. You couldn't wait for him to fail. Right? Because you like, no, our process is bigger than your process. Anything that deviates from our process is not going to work. But keep going. And that nigga said, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to keep going. Because at any time, he could have stopped, right? And went and became a coach. The nigga said, I don't care. I do not care. That's not my thing.
But is he getting the program?
In his mind, he is. He's creating his own. But my thing, in all actuality, and this is not real life, you know, you can't create your own. Because
he remember that interview he said, I forget what talk show he was on, but he was on a talk show and he literally they asked him, they said, who do you want to draft your son? And he said, well, anybody just can't draft my son. My kid's not going to play for just anybody. So I'm letting you executives know right now, if you drafted my son, he's not just coming to play for anybody. He's going to play who I think he can play for.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how the process goes.
It's not.
The process goes, any 32 teams, if they want you, they draft you. So you think you can tell us beforehand that if we're not a good enough organization, right? If we're not a good enough organization, don't even draft my son because he's not coming to play for you. Well, guess what they did? They made him wait to the 5th round, and they made the sorriest team in the league draft. Did y'all see the smack in the face? Deion Sanders made a comment and said, don't draft my son. Don't draft him. If your shit not together, because we're not going to just play for anybody. Well, they put Deion Sanders in the spot now. You still going to hold up to that? Because, because now we
playing cards. They at the table. He put his cards down on the table and they threw him back.
They said not only are we going to give,
Right.
not only are we going to draft your son, but we're going to draft him in the 5th round, and we're going to make the sorriest team in the league take him.
Right. So I want to. I'm curious because you know I'm a believer.
Are you going to hold up to that?
I'm a believer. I want to see this. I want to see this more than you know. I want to see this so bad because all he did, like I said, they playing cards at the table. And you think he's stupid when he threw that card down? He didn't know what it represented. Right? He's been doing this business for a long time. He's been saying things for a long time and putting it out into the universe, right? So he threw his card out there, right? They didn't like that. They said, "Oh, really? You playing at the table for real now, right?"
Mm-hmm.
And they threw their shit down. And that nigga said, "I knew you was gonna throw that motherfucker down." So I'm curious to see how this. It's gonna take some time, but I'm so ready to see this,
Bro.
I'm gonna keep everything that
Is Deion going to keep his word though?
in my head.
Is Deion going to keep his word,
So
yo?
many ways.
Is Deion going to keep his word?
Mm-hmm.
He said my son can't play for just any organization. We know what organizations he was talking about. That was the sorry organizations, the ones that ain't never been nowhere, the ones that ain't never got to that pinnacle. And who is that? Who's the worst organization in the NFL? The Browns. Look, who's the worst organization in the NFL? The Browns. So, but it is not no coincidence that they made the Browns get him. Pay attention, y'all. It is not a coincidence.
I can smell the grass, like he used to say. Yo, I got to smell the grass. He's like, "Mom, I got to get back out there, got to smell the grass."
It's not a coincidence,
I
though.
can't wait to see this nigga suit up. And see if he's able to take the heat and put the fire to his ass, or if he's gonna like, I'm curious.
Bro, it's not a coincidence, bro. Look, it's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence, y'all. I tell y'all niggas all the time. It's not a coincidence. Owners ordered teams to remove Sanders from the draft board. That's what they said. That's what one of the executives came out and said today. A lot of niggas didn't know. But they were ordered to remove him from the draft board. In the 5th round, they put him back on the draft board. They said, okay, you can draft him now. He wasn't allowed to be touched into the 5th round. It's a dirty game. They said he's not allowed to be on nobody's draft board, y'all. Nobody's. Pay attention. Do what they said. Some NFL's ordered teams. Some NFL owners ordered teams to remove quarterback Shador from their draft boards, which led to his draft slide. They took him off. They took him off because the owner said, take him off. I don't want that guy. Shador Sanders just torpedoed himself, Boomer Esiason said. Y'all know who Boomer Esiason is? Boomer Esiason is a Hall of Fame quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals. So if Boomer Esiason is telling you this, that means he got inside information. He's an NFL analyst. He was a Hall of Fame quarterback from 1990s all the way to the early 98, 99. You see what I'm saying? So Boomer Esiason said they told executives take him off the fucking board.
Shit too. I would give anything to be a fly in the wall during that time period because you know what he was saying. This is some bullshit. They had a meeting at the round table. They done removed it. They playing games because please believe, first, like I said, first, second, third done gone by. That shit is hurting at this point. Fifth, you hoping to. So please, that conversation, them phones ringing.
Yeah, you might not never play unless you're gonna play in the bro. It's almost like they trying to put him in the UFL. It's almost like they're trying. That's why you want to really, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah.
If I was Deion,
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say earlier.
bro.
But like I said, we have that support our shit.
If I was Deion, I would change the landscape of football. You just did it in college. Take your kids to the UFL.
Why
you could, bro. Like, you could have took Travis Hunter to the UFL, and you still can. I know, bro.
But you do. What happens is you shift the attention. Because remember, you know, Ice Cube tried to do the same thing with the basketball, and people loved it, but it wasn't as consistent, and people really liked it. You know what I'm saying? It took a while for it to
they love it,
and they loved it, right? So sometimes you just gotta step aside, and he's that type of person to do it on his own. Why haven't you done that?
Because the NFL was the first goal. You just realize it now, and you seeing what they doing. Right. And now he's a fifth round. But if I'm Deion Sanders today, I'm sitting here thinking like, you know what? I could fuck the game up, and I could go coach in the UFL.
He probably already thought about
I could go coach in the UFL.
Shit like this. So I got a plan for please believe there's a plan for everything.
Bro.
He's been doing this way too long to be like,
bro.
And not know what he's doing.
Bro, if I'm Deion Sanders, I go coach in the UFL. I turn the fucking UFL up. Bring players to the UFL that the NFL is not paying attention to. Let Shador be the face of the UFL. Let Shador be the Michael Jordan of the NFL, the face of the UFL, and make the UFL bigger than the NFL.
Right, but then just like you said before, you know, not going with the process, then it's gonna be like, oh, you know, once again, everybody gotta follow him so that he can.
Well, that's what Pilar gonna say.
You know,
that's what Pilar gonna say.
Everybody's gonna know.
No, that's what Pilar gonna say.
No, I'm talking about the masses. Because when he left the college and went to another college, everybody's like, oh, we was all ready for him to help come build. So now when he does it again and say, okay, well, I'm going to the UFL and I'm bringing my son.
They're going to be like, is that a power play?
Of course. So you damned if you do, damned if you fucking
They're going to be like, yo, they're going to be like, can Deion Sanders do what he did for Colorado for the UFL?
That's the caption, my nigga. You just said it. That's exactly what they're going to say.
And what if he do?
What if he fucking do?
What if now you got celebrities going to the UFL game? Now you got, yes. If I'm Deion Sanders, I'd take Shador to the UFL.
Right. Then he would create exactly what they don't want him to do with the NFL.
Exactly. But guess what? Now you become their what? Rival.
Exactly.
Quick tripping racetrack. And then you could damn near work it. Deion Sanders will be basically the face of the UFL and not even be the fucking not even be the what they call him? Not the what's the dude, the directors, what the owner? Not the owner, the niggas that run the league. What they call them niggas that run the league? It was Goodell. What was Goodell's position? Roger Goodell. He was the not the chairman. They the
Oh wow.
I forget. I can't believe it's on. Yeah, it's on my motherfucking. It's on the tip of my tongue too. What was Roger Goodell's position? What they call him? Look it up, man. What was Roger Goodell's position? I know
he was the commissioner.
Oh, commissioner. Okay, so yeah, the commissioner. So basically, Deion Sanders would be like the commissioner of the UFL. Mm-hmm. He could work aside of the commissioner, run the team. Come on, man. If I'm Deion Sanders, oh man, I'm sitting down with Shador, Shiloh. I'm like, what's up, yo? Y'all want to run the UFL?
But remember, I told you, impression is a mug because if you do it, there's a lot of motherfuckers
that's gonna follow you.
That think they can do it too, and we don't want you niggas out here doing it.
But that's what we want.
You can't bust down the organization that was made by them. It's like FUBU, for us, by us. We're gonna keep this regardless, even if we let you come play sometimes. But you will never, ever, 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 ever get to do this. Same thing when people be trying to buy networks. No.
How they gonna stop it?
Oh, they don't stop,
bro. Do
things.
But listen, what I'm saying. The UFL is trying to grow. You still got Canadian. People forget they still got the Canadian League. A lot of people forget that It's still more leagues than just the NFL. You still got the Canadian League. You still got the UFL. All I'm saying is the money is green no matter where you go, right? If you're gonna get paid, because think about it, the fifth round don't get shit.
He got 4.6 million.
Who did?
Shador.
He got 4.6
That's
million.
what it said. And Travis got like 50 million. I looked it up yesterday.
Travis got 50 million, and he got 4.6 million.
Yeah.
But that 4.6 million is throughout 4 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so that
comes to like 446,000.
Oh, yeah, after taxes,
Yeah.
you ain't getting shit.
Yeah.
$400,000 a year ain't shit. That ain't shit.
No, not for Sanders.
Not for Sanders. Not off the lifestyle they live. His
Travis.
car is $100,000.
Right, Travis, his is like 46 million or 50 million, something like that.
So he got 50 mil
Something like that.
separated out of 4 years. That he eating.
Mm-hmm.
He eating. He's getting moved. He hit the bank. His bank account went up.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? But that's the difference. So now you can say to yourself, do I want to take this contract or what I would rather just go to the UFL and make them pay me $2 million? I can get more money playing in the UFL per year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He could go make way more money in the UFL. Because now it's about the money, right? It ain't about just playing football now. It's about the business. It's about the business now.
Well, he's going to have some business conversations with his boys. But the thing about it, at the end of the day,
Or is it just the dream of playing in the NFL? Because I wouldn't give a fuck about just playing in the NFL if I could go be the face of the UFL, be the Michael Jordan of the UFL.
mm-hmm.
I'm a quarterback, and I can bring all the talent to the UFL because everybody don't make the NFL. But you know how much raw talent is out there that would love to play in the UFL? You know how, Sanders could be the one to make it bigger, create more teams.
Okay.
He could help it get bigger. Right now, I think the UFL, how many teams the UFL got, y'all? Somebody in the comments know how many teams do the UFL got? How many teams do the UFL got? I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know how many teams in the UFL. But
and they're going to go with their dad because at the end of the day, that's their dad. And he hasn't steered them wrong this much. They trust his judgment. And they love him. Even if that means them sacrificing
just playing in the NFL.
Right. Just sacrificing everything. Like you said, Shiloh, moving schools and all of that stuff. You got to remember, that's not their agent. That's still their dad first.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, and they look, that's like T. Jr. coming here trying to disappoint you. Even if I know we'll fail together, Dad. Yeah. So fuck off. So that's all you got, my nigga. You can't buy that. Niggas don't even have niggas loyal like that in their fucking crew. They said, no, all right, Dad. Even if we fucking don't make it the way we thought we should, you know what I'm saying? I'll go. So if he creates a team, they're gonna go to his team. They're not gonna be like, bye, Dad. No, I want to be in the NFL. Even if that's what their heart wants, they believe in their dad. So say what you want.
That's why I say if I'm him, if I'm Deion, I'm pulling the power play. If I'm Deion, I'm pulling the power play.
That's right. And I'm pulling the power play because at the end of the day, I am your dad, and I want the best. And I can't fuck this up because we done come too long for me to just say fuck it and y'all playing the NFL. You really should be looking that way to be like, no, come on, we'll just do our own shit.
Yeah,
that's it.
I could go get us a bigger bag in the UFL right now.
Right.
I could go get my sons a bigger bag in the UFL. Why? Because if they removed Shador off the board, Shiloh was never on it.
Right.
Pay
That's
attention.
why he was so excited for his brother.
Because he knew they're not going to draft me. They're going to try to clown me.
Right. Because he knew Shador was going to get drafted first, right? But now if it's already,
bro,
like I said, the 5th draft, nigga, I'm not going. So yeah, I'm hyped for you.
Bro,
nigga.
bums get drafted in the 7th round.
We watched a whole bunch of people we didn't even know.
It was niggas got drafted that was backups, my nigga.
Right. In the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
A nigga got drafted that only had 400 rushing yards. 400 got drafted.
Right.
That's why I tell you, this shit is about politics.
Him getting was a bonus.
This shit,
he was just like, okay.
And getting signed as an unrestricted free agent, that really is nothing. That just means you come into camp. That means you're not going to make the team, bro. You want to know why? Because we wasted a draft on 7 people. So them 7 picks that we wasted the draft on come before you. And then we already remember, there's already a full roster. Every draft, every time you come into a draft, remember the season just stopped last year. We had a full roster. We do a draft and we do 7 rounds of a draft where we pick 7 players every year. 7 players. Each team able to pick 7 players. Them 7 players is supposed to be somebody's replacement, or if somebody already left. But if you get the camp and whoever your replacement, because remember, just like these people are watching the draft and saying, I'm getting drafted and I'm a quarterback. It's a quarterback on that team right now that's like
watching.
Okay, they trying to replace me.
I watched the game. I love that show so much because that was an indication of the business, each and every personality of the player. And you remember when Jason Pitt, they was watching all the new recruits and that nigga had knee problems, scared as fuck. Like, damn, okay, good for you, but nigga, I'm already here. That means I'm gonna lose my job.
Yeah. That means they getting rid of me.
Exactly.
So if you got 2 quarterbacks on the team and you bring in one, somebody is already the backup. If I'm not the starter already, the backup is like, okay, they trying to put me out of here. My job is on the line. So if I don't perform and can't and make sure that they feel like they fucked up for drafting this nigga, I'm gone. So it's always that's why they call it not NFL stand for not for long. Because, bro, every year there's somebody, they're drafting your replacement. Every year they're looking for your replacement. So if you're not a star in this league, you see what I'm saying? If your name is not out there and you're not a real character, why you think certain players like Ocho Cinco, Tierra Owens started creating characters? Because once you become a household name, then you last a little bit longer.
I can't just be a football player and then run out every fucking game with you niggas dapping it up. No, I gotta stand out.
Yeah.
I have to be a household name.
So people make you want me.
Right.
I sell tickets. It's almost like I gotta sell tickets.
You are selling tickets. You are. You become your own, you are the entertainer. You come out there, that's why you getting highlights, you doing what you do. You want people to come. Why? Because that keeps money in your pocket and it keeps them happy.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, if I'm Shador, if I'm Shiloh, playing the UFL, fuck the game up, yo. I'm telling you, bro, if they do it, bro, that I think they could, and bro, it might happen. I've always say shit before it happens. I have that intellectual mind where I think shit. I guarantee you, Deion is thinking about that shit right now. Deion is probably like, you know what? They got me fucked up. Fuck this league. You gonna think my son so you think you gonna make Shiloh come to camp and fight, and he ain't gonna make the team as a free agent, and then you gonna make Shador go in as a 5th round and you gonna make my son go to the worst team in the league. So you think I'm gonna watch my son, my prized possession,
that's what I'm about to say,
get beat up in Cleveland? And this is one of the main things I said, that my son was not going to a team that don't know what they doing. And Cleveland is the number 1 team in the league that don't know what they doing. That's why I'm telling you that this is a clear smack in the face to say, what you gonna do, Deion? You told us out your own mouth. Go look at that interview, y'all. Deion said out his own mouth, my son's not going to just any team. And any team organization that think they're going to draft my son, y'all know that if you ain't the organization, my son don't play for just anybody. He won't be playing. That's what he said. Before the draft, he will not play for you. So that automatically go undermining the system. So you basically saying, if I draft your son and I'm the Cleveland Browns, or if I'm the Giants and we not good enough, we're not a good organization, we're not built for your caliber, then that you're gonna not let your son play for us. And that's
right.
why
That's put your kids in the D class. Are you kidding me?
Well, now so now we take your son off the board.
Right.
We put him back on the board in the 5th round,
right,
and we make the worst team in the league take him. Yeah. Is you gonna hold up to what you said, nigga? Now we're gonna show the world that you really ain't who you say you is. Because if you really who you say you is, then you wouldn't let your son play for Cleveland. That's what they testing them. That's what they really trying to do. What you gonna do, Deion? So Deion is sitting up right now, scratching his head every day because he's thinking to himself, he like, I said I wasn't going to let my son play for just no any fucking team. And they knew I didn't want my son drafted by Cleveland. They knew that. They knew that. This was a setup. So that's why I'm saying if I'm Deion, I know he probably thinking, how can I fix this? I got to try to make my sons think playing in the NFL ain't the biggest thing now. Let's get this bag. What Deion's had a song called what? Must be the money. Yeah, the money in the UFL. Now we about to take this bravado, we about to take this fame, and we about to go to the UFL, and we about to create something that ain't never been done before. If I'm Deion, I'm sitting them at a round table and I'm saying, you're gonna be a star. You're gonna be a star.
Well, you got to come up with something because just like I said, even though his sons are loyal to him and they'll follow him to the ends of the earth, it's a two-way mirror. They looking back at him like, all right, Dad, we down with you. We've been down with you. So now what? Because this ain't what we thought it was.
Yeah, they trying to fuck with
you. Got to show us something. We've been riding with you there. So now, come on, any father, you like.
Well, you know what I'll be doing.
I'm going to get this, my nigga. I got you. I'll be right back.
Yeah, hey, if it was me, if it's me, I'm taking my kids to the UFL. I'm telling you, if it's me, y'all, I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone with an owner of the UFL right now. Do you know what Deion could do for the UFL? That shit would be crazy, bro. Everybody will be watching the UFL now. Deion made this move and took Shador to the UFL. If he takes Shiloh to the NFL, my nigga, and I wish he would have took Travis Hunter. I wish Travis Hunter would say, fuck that shit.
I wish too, but Travis, I'm gonna give it to
bro.
You.
I know.
I'll call y'all when I get back to
It's over now. I use you to where I needed to go.
Motherfucker, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Nigga was on the jet.
But if I was Travis Hunter, bro, I'm gonna keep it real. If I was Travis Hunter, I'll go with the family too.
I know that would be a nice.
That'd be dope.
That'd be a
fuck the whole NFL up. Fuck the whole NFL up. Everybody be fucked up. Travis Hunter don't want to play. He going to the UFL. Travis Hunter reneges on the contract. He decided to take his talents to the UFL. Man, I'm telling you, do you know what that'd do? Bro, it would do the same thing that it did when he went to HBCU.
Right. It would be exciting.
It would light it up, bro. That's why I said, bro, people not smart. That should have been Deion playing from jump, bro. His plan from jump should have been like, yo, I'm bringing Travis Hunter to the UFL. We about to start this league and turn this league to rival the NFL because we're going to bring talent here that could be in the NFL here.
Right. And
all you need is one person that should have been a first round pick in one league to go to another league.
Maybe they prepare for that too.
How can you prepare for that?
You prepare for that too. Why? Because like minds sit together in the same fucking rooms. I keep trying to tell you, the D class don't go to the honors class and understand what the fuck is going on. You play chess, right? You know how to play chess. So you have to anticipate the next move.
Yeah.
And a nigga that don't like to be part of the mainstream and follow the rules will eventually try to create his own, right? Mm-hmm. He did that. Now he's got the money to do it. He's created his organizations. He even showed you he could create his school. This is some dangerous shit.
But he don't got to create this. It's already here. But UFL's already here.
It's already there. All I'm saying is, I'm not saying create it like as far as I'm talking about bring more action to it. We already know that you know the players, you know all the teams, all of that stuff. What I'm saying is like really bring it to like how he did the NFL and bring prime time to them. All you got to do is shift the energy. And if he can grab the people and shift the energy,
he already can do that.
Gravitate them all the way over there to
UFL.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. He already have the effect of grabbing the people.
Right. And they know that. So they're like, oh, they want to see. Are your sons gonna play? Are you gonna pull them? Because if you pull them, they're not just gonna fucking sit around. They
know they're gonna play somewhere.
Rappers and and then clothing. No, they're not doing that.
They know they're gonna play somewhere.
They're going to play somewhere. So they're playing cards at the table, like I said.
But if I'm Deion, my trump card that I'm throwing out, I'm taking my kids to the UFL. Do not let Shador play for the Browns, bro. Do not let Shador play for the Browns for $500,000 a year. Why let that nigga play for the Browns when you could just take him to the UFL and let that nigga be the face of UFL? He could be the Michael Jordan of the UFL right now. Shador could be the Michael Jordan in the UFL. He'll be the richest nigga in the UFL. He'll be the highest paid nigga in the UFL. You see what I'm saying? Make him the highest paid dude in the NFL. Give him a contract. Let's start getting these posters up. Let's do these billboards. Bro, do you know what, bro? You know what you could do? Deion Sanders could help expansion teams. We could get more teams, the expansion of the team, get these cities, get these cities to invest in a team, part of the UFL. We got to get these cities to also put in money for a team. Man, y'all tripping, bro. The U.S.
18.
They got 8 teams.
What?
It's the United States Football League. So imagine Deion come, they could get it to 16 teams.
But that's
right. The NFL got 32 teams.
Right. A way bigger organization.
So they got 24 more teams.
Right.
So exactly. Why we could get more than 8 teams, bro. Deion should be trying to be the man now. Deion should be saying, you know what? I create this shit. I do it.
How do you use that?
Come on, William. You feel me? Niggas should be saying, Deion should be saying, you know what? We gonna do this. We can do this. We could start our own, we could be the face of the UFL. Matter of fact, how much is the UFL worth right now? Look that up. So I know how much money they could pay. How much is the UFL worth? Kimmy about to look up how much the UFL worth.
24 million.
So
it says the UFL, United Football League, has a league-wide player budget of 24 million. Well, this is player budget.
Oh, that's the player budget.
This is player budget.
Okay, so they got 24 million just for player budget.
Right. So it says UFL
so guess what?
Salary is from 5,000, 55 per week.
55,000 per week?
Yeah, 5,500 per week to active players and 25 for inactive players.
Okay, so $5,500 a week. So that's $20,000 a month. Oh damn, I'm about to join the UFL.
And so it's 55 per week for active players, 25 for inactive, with an additional weekly housing stipend of 400. It says the league also includes bonuses for players of the week, all UFL selections. Oh shit, Keith Jr. could play in the UFL, then I ain't tripping. He still make $20,000 a month. Hey, Keith Jr., nigga, the UFL right there, nigga. Hey. $55 per day stipend. Training camp is $850 a week.
So you get training camp, you get $850 a week.
Yeah, and the reserve pay is $25 per week. $2,500.
Okay, that's when you hurt.
Yeah.
Bro, y'all better pay attention, bro. Yeah. This nigga be hurt for no reason.
Bro, what you call it that I used to work with, that was one of our supervisors that rapped with you. He did that. And everybody thought it was the coolest. And then when I heard
that nigga.
He said he got paid. He played in the football league.
No, he didn't. Because he didn't play.
Because when he got on, everybody was fascinated that he played. But he said it wasn't a lot.
He played college football, and that was it. Oh. After college, he didn't play nothing else.
Oh no.
And he didn't even start in college, and it was a bum. Oh. He didn't, bro.
Well, yeah, no, he said he had played
he went to he didn't
pay weekly.
No,
it doesn't pay a lot. But
that nigga didn't play nothing.
Well, people be lying.
Niggas be lying.
Nobody knows how you go.
Bro, because the
guys probably looked at that.
No, he played college, but he didn't get no burn. He played at Michigan State, but he was a scrub. He didn't get nowhere. He played with my nigga Terrell Doris. That nigga was a scrub. He graduated around the same year I did. Like he was guy looked up all his shit, bro. He didn't play nothing. And then when he came to Texas, he didn't even do nothing. Like he didn't play nothing. That's why I'm like, man, these niggas be lying. Niggas don't be playing the football.
No, that was the only person I thought I knew that played this one of these.
He didn't even play arena.
That's not.
He didn't.
That's what I thought it was.
He didn't play none of that.
I thought it was like arena football where you get paid. Just more like it's not like what you call it football, but you got paid something.
No, he didn't do none of that shit. That nigga just played college and was a backup, and that was it. Played safety. That's what I said. But at the end of the day, like I said, UFL, man. Go to the UFL. They got the money for you, man. They got the money. They could give you $4 million. They gonna pay him different because you prime son. I would go to the UFL, fuck, you know what I'm saying, the easy way, and just do it like that. That's me. If they didn't want you, if they didn't put you on the draft board, then guess what? They really gonna treat you fucked up. Think about it. You think they're not gonna treat you fucked up? If you wasn't on the draft board, you first of all, you think the players ain't gonna treat you fucked up? You only here because you're daddy. You went to Colorado, you ain't do shit. They retired your jersey at 13 and 12. You had a record 13 and 12 and your jersey retired. That's where Deion fucked up. That's where Deion fucked up. You understand what I'm saying?
So they consider, so you might be right, because they consider the UFL in its early stages and consider a startup. So I guess it was founded in 2023 or so this is really new.
Yeah.
And they said it wasn't successful in the first year. They weren't profitable in the first year. So I guess everybody's just kind of watching it to see what happens.
It just started.
And then they've got a lot of like Fox Sports and
they just now getting people to pay attention.
Right, and that's really where the money's coming from right now. So Deion
could grow. He can grow that league. He can grow. He can be the face of the UFL. Deion Sanders could really turn some shit over. If Deion Sanders said tomorrow that my son foregoes going to the NFL and we going to the UFL, everything will go crazy.
Right, highest paid. It says, I guess this is in pounds. It says like 3.4. So what is that? 3,000? I don't
know what that is. But you could control the payment. If you the coach, you control how much your son get paid. Like he gonna be the man. That's what I'm saying. That he could turn the shit over. And then guess what? He could have more say so in the UFL than he ever had. I'm talking about he can tell, like they could be drafting all the players from the college. They could be having a drafting from the like, bro. I'm telling you, UFL, this is your chance. If I'm the owner of the UFL, I'm calling Deion immediately. If I'm the owner of the UFL, I'm on the phone with Deion right after I watch that draft. Bro, they fucking your son. You know what they trying to do? Come fuck with us. Yo, let him be our Michael Jordan. We need a Shador.
That's why I would be looking at this stuff. I was trying to see what the UFL revenue was for last year, and it pulls up the University of Florida's athletic department generated $200 million last year. I'm like, this is no joke. You know,
and that's 1 year.
Yes, 1
year. When you say I need 20 million, and your son yes, you need $1 million. That ain't shit. You make $200 million off my son playing football. Florida State made $200 million, and we like, bro, you make $200 off my son, but my son got a broke leg and he can never walk again. You make $200 million, and my son died. That kid from LSU was paralyzed on the field. Oh wow! But programs make $150 million. And we just now getting money, NIL deals. And guess what? That's still crumbs. That's still crumbs. You think you getting you think these kids getting a real piece of the pie? No. Hell no.
No, that's what I'm saying. $200 million.
Them kids
to the school,
that.
University for big time school, right? So think about all these big time schools. Georgia.
You said out of that $200 million, them kids only seeing $30 million.
Right.
They still walking away with 170.
Right. So the revenue for the UFL was $20 million last year.
$20 million.
Yeah.
And a college.
And it says that came from his broadcast contract with ESPN.
And look, and the colleges is getting $200 million.
Right.
200. So think about it. That shit crazy. That's why I say, man, you got to create your own wave, bro. Your own wave. And I think it would be perfect for Shador and Shiloh to go run and start the UFL. Go be Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan to the UFL. Go do that shit. Oh my God, I'm telling you, if Deion Sanders, you should be on the phone with the owner of the UFL right now.
Let's get the number. Like how they did the other day. He got Shador phone number. He was like, I only got this line for this. Nobody has this. Yeah, let's get the number.
Yeah. How they call Shador? That was fucked up. How they call Shador?
That was fucked up. His brother was like, they trolling now.
No, not only that wasn't no regular troll though.
No, it was not. He said, how did anybody get this? He said, I only got this line for this call that goes out. I guess for who gets the coaches to avoid this shit. And he said it was with Boost Mobile. So, motherfucker, who worked at Boost Mobile?
Oh, no. Ain't no regular call.
That's one of the
no regular call. Pay attention. That's how you know that they orchestrated to hate this nigga. It was one of the coaching sons.
I can't say. Yeah, that's what I just said. How was it?
Jax Yorberg, the son of the Falcons DC, Jeff Yorberg, has released a statement apologizing for his prank call to Shador, the NFL draft. I hope you forgive me.
No. Next. No.
You are a son of an NFL coordinator. His dad should be fired.
His dad should be fired.
The fact that the father was able to get this type of paperwork, and he's able, your son.
And your son has access. No, then you need to.
You got to know
for the father to have it. It's another for extended people to have access to it. Yeah, he should be fired.
That means
clear thing.
Protocol,
right?
And guess what? If he's not fired,
jackass, you just blew it. Right? That's how it should be. You just fucked it up for him. Since this is a reciprocal on both ways. It's reciprocal.
He's gonna have no job.
Son, it should be the same thing for you. He should lose his job.
How did this man have a job still? So you telling me that DC ain't fired? The Falcons DC ain't fired to where he was able to give the number to his son? Did he do it deliberately? He don't just. First of all, the defensive coordinator.
How was it not deliberate? Why is he in? Wait a minute. Is he working with you? Are they in the same offices together? What is his job?
Who?
The son right here. Or
you don't have a job.
Exactly. So you have no access. You should not have any access.
And that means that if he had access to that, what else access he got to?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Unless you're one of them and you do the same business and you're in the same rooms,
he would be fired immediately. You know why? Because that means so what is he selling playbooks to?
It's a dirty business. Anyway, it can get as ugly as you say. It probably happens exactly
like that. Niggas, yeah. So now kids is stealing their dad playbooks and so if you got access to phone numbers and all that, what else you doing? What else you doing, bro? So check this statement out. Tell me if y'all think this shit was genuine. This nigga said, on Friday night, I made a tremendous mistake. Shador, what I did was completely inexcusable, embarrassing, and shameful. I'm so sorry I took away from your moment. It was selfish and childish. I could never imagine getting ready to celebrate one of the greatest moments of your life, and I made a terrible mistake and messed with that moment. Thank you for accepting my call earlier today. I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me. At Shador. You think that was genuine?
No, because you knew what the intentions of the prank call was. You know, this man is waiting to be drafted. So to get a call like that, it's an emotional moment. You were playing with his emotions. That was the intention of the call. You guys would be like, ha, 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 yeah, funny. Oh, sorry, I got this number. Just joking with you. No, the intention was to hurt him.
So being that the intentions was to hurt his feelings, it shouldn't even be no like, what is it? He
filmed it. We watched it. They were filming their own
and laughing.
Right. And you know what I'm saying? No, Shador filmed it. So he's waiting for the call. So now you see his reaction.
They filmed it too.
Right. Oh,
they filmed it on their part and then dumb enough to release it.
Right. Well, see, no.
They were laughing. He actually believed it. Bro.
Right. The intentions were there. You did it, and that's what people need to stop with the nonsense. Now, Shador can very well forgive him, but at the end of the day, sit in your shame. That's it. Sit in your shame. And it's not. It shouldn't be acceptable for it to do shit like that to people. You knew what was at stake, and you knew how he was feeling. Your intentions was to get his hopes up and then drop him back down for your entertainment purposes.
And Deion Sanders played for the Falcons.
Right.
That's the ultimate disrespect.
So that's how you know who's playing games behind in the private room.
The Deion Sanders played for the Falcons, y'all. If that ain't the ultimate disrespect, if Deion Sanders can't make a phone call to the Falcons and that nigga job be gone, then that tell you something wrong. Rich said he said sorry only because he got caught.
He's only sorry because he got caught.
You absolutely
Other
right.
than that, it was funny to him. I didn't know he recorded it. I just seen what Shador's reaction.
No, he
and I would
recorded.
be hot like if that was my child. You get what I'm saying? It's a proudful moment for everybody.
But we already see him sliding down in the draft,
right? And here you go.
And now you do that. Do you know how hurt you is that day? Right. I would really feel fucked up. Like, bro, this shit is the worst day ever.
You have no.
This is supposed to be my draft party. I'm supposed to be feeling good. I'm supposed to be happy. Right. Not only am I getting pranked, the NFL's pranking me.
Right.
People pranking me. Bro, this shit is like really like they're doing this shit to hurt me.
So even though it's like a bittersweet getting drafted because it's like
fuck it, I don't even want to be here no more.
I even stopped him. I'm like, I'm the last bitch in line. It's like when you playing dodgeball and you picking people and then you the last person standing there. You only got picked because you was like the last few in the line and they didn't really want to fool with them.
Or better yet, you the one you the uneven pick. Everybody, all teams even, and just one person left, and they like, well, I guess you can play with them. Nah, we don't want you to play with them.
Right? No, his dad there should be repercussions behind it. He only has the access through you.
That is against protocol. The fact that he was able to get people numbers, and if I'm Shador, I would have sued the shit out of him.
Oh, of course.
If I'm Shador, I'm suing him.
Of course.
I'm suing him.
He got people too, and yeah, that should be that. This is a moment that is iconic, and now you play. You used it. No, you used it for monetary gain. Mm-hmm. You illegally obtained my information to play with me on one of the biggest days of my life for monetary gain, so you could get views on YouTube, and you get. Yo, I'm suing you for all that money. I'm so like this shit crazy, bro. And the fact that people do this, bro, is crazy. But I think Shiloh knew this shit was gonna happen. Cause bro, he didn't give a fuck that day. That's why I feel like Shiloh knew. It's almost like he knew what time it was, bro. They all could have knew. You just wait to see if it really go down. And when it start going down, you like, nigga.
No, you want to know who really knew? Deion. You want to know who really knew? Oh, Deion told you. Yo, Deion was pacing around that motherfucker out.
I'm telling you, yes, he was.
He was on the phone calls all day. But
how would you be?
You want to know who really knew?
Exactly.
You want to know who was laughing? I know who knew and who was laughing inside. I know. You want to know who it was? The sister.
The Shalom. Is that her name?
Shalom, the little one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because she like her mother. She like Pilar. She a baby Pilar. I'm telling you, I can see it. I read body language. She was sitting there like, I told you, mother. Niggas won't listen to me. That's why I'm mad at them. Look, she was sitting there the whole time like, yeah, I keep playing. Y'all wanted to play. I'm telling you,
what happened here is what happens all the time. Remember, Deion is stomping around his house. These boys are probably, I'm a football mom. Kicked off cleats. I don't want to play. I hate this. I don't want to. You going to ass whooping, travel, backpacking out. He's gone through all of the emotions, all of it. But now they grown men. Like I said, you be listening to your dad. I fuck with my dad. I fuck with my dad. I fuck with my dad. And then when shit get like this, you be like, okay, Dad. Did you? But it's not like they didn't have adverse feelings at all.
But do you notice how Deion changed Shador's personality?
Would it be more like him?
Yeah. You peeped that? I was saying that to them earlier. Like, because remember, Shiloh is more like him. Always been more like him. He really more like him. But it's almost like he's trying to force Shador to be like him.
You a character, my nigga. He's their
But-
dad, and they manage it.
I know, but he never. But remember, Shador was the nigga that never wore jewelry. It was always Shiloh.
Yeah, you could be. You created the problem.
Yeah, but he was already like that. He was already into
I know,
that early.
but then when you don't have a child that's not into that, you do what?
But he
when
had
we ain't
one.
got time. Right? Yeah. Okay. Well,
But that's my point.
The
The one that's more like him,
right.
he is the one that he's not really. He's standoffish. He's standoffish with Shiloh, bro. You watch it, but with Shador, he's more and trying to make him wear the chains and be like him. But Shiloh played the cut.
Exactly.
But he's the one that's more like him.
We ain't got time to play the cut. We trying to get to the bag. Then the weight's on nobody. We don't have time. If your personality ain't fit for it's just like when you put an artist out on stage and they tank, right? You can only sing in the dark, right? So when he put on he can perform when he got on his equipment.
But Shiloh don't have that personality.
Right, that's what I'm saying. When he puts on his equipment, he's a football player. We need you to be an entertainer too. Deion had to be an entertainer and athlete. That's what sells tickets. This is the business. Just like Cardi B got to get down and twerk. Nigga, you got to get out there and do what you need to do so that you solidify the bag for yourself. That's it. And if that means creating a personality, then that's just what you have to do. It's the business. Nobody's saying it's right or a better way, but that's just what has to be done. Somebody's got to be the fucking star here.
They say he did that shit to 3 other people too. 3 other people. They said the report I saw, he got the numbers. He prank called from a tablet. They don't have safety locks on them. Yeah, he need to be fired. His dad should be fired. His dad.
Oh, he had his dad's tablet?
Yeah.
Oh, even more why he should be
His
fired.
dad should be fired.
This is the draft. We don't.
Oh yeah. And then that was dope. That's another thing I thought was dope, y'all. I did think that was dope. The fact that Young Dolph, they invited Young Dolph's son to the draft party, I thought was dope as hell. Young Dolph's son was there playing catch with Shiloh and chilling, like doing this shit. Like I thought that shit was dope. But guess what? I gotta understand, bro. They tried to do everything to fuck this man life, bro. That's why I don't trust him, bro. If I'm Deion Sanders, I don't trust him right now, bro. You can't do me like that and do my son like that and think that I'm just gonna play by y'all rules now. Nah, it's a dirty game now. I'm out of here. Yo, hey nigga, we going to the UFL. I'm telling you, bro. If I'm Deion Sanders, I'm taking my sons to the UFL, y'all. I'm taking my sons to the UFL. We going to the UFL. Shador is going to be the face of the UFL. I just think it would be so smart for him to do that, bro. I'm telling you, I hope he do that. I hope he do that. I hope he think to himself and say, you know what? Why would I let you get beat up at the Browns when you can go be healthy in the UFL? Dominate. We could do 3 years in the UFL and then go to the NFL.
Are you?
Huh?
How desperate are you? They come to us. Do as we tell you. I'm not with that shit. Go ahead, Deion. Finish your own.
Peace and love said that's the ultimate proof that they are pawns. Exactly. Exactly. Everybody is. Ultimate proof. Bro, the fact that they said, yo, we not picking them to the 5th round, let you know. And then we gonna pick them by the worst team. That mean they heard everything Deion said.
He said it loud so they could hear it. He didn't say it in private.
That's some shit you say in private.
Yeah, he didn't.
And that's some shit they ain't supposed to know. See, that's what I'm saying. Like this shit, sometimes you out loud can fuck up a situation, bro. Because I think if he would have never said this shit, that bro, it would be different, bro. He would have never said that, and then Shador never got on stage and said, if you ain't ready to change your organization, our culture don't pick me. So now the organization is looking at you. Who the fuck this nigga think he is?
And the last thing they can afford to have is a fucking problem with culture and your organization, because that's how your teams win games. And you come in here trying to step outside and be loud after going against what we created. That could be a problem on the field too. So no, teams don't want to take a chance with that.
And they know Deion got all the media outlet. So if Shador come and say, yo, you know this is going on,
Right. I've been watching like all 3 or 4 channels, catching up on all the party shit from the draft day #1. I thought I was watching one channel to look up, and I was watching 3 or 4. Then they got other motherfuckers running their shit. So come on, like he ain't dumb, and neither are y'all. So that's why I'm curious.
They know what's going on.
I wish I could be behind you.
They don't want the Sanders running the NFL, bro. They want the Mannings. Let's keep it real, y'all. They want the Mannings to be the face of the NFL, not the Sanders. They don't want it. The Sanders could be the face of the NFL, but they don't want that. They want it to be the Mannings. Bro, and watch. Remember I said it, bro. I'm always right. Watch when that Manning kid from Texas, he gonna be the quarterback. Watch when he go on the draft. Watch when he's time on the draft next year, and they bring up his dad, Eli, Archie. Watch the love that they have for Archie Manning, for Peyton Manning. Watch the difference, y'all.
I hate the boys club, but unfortunately, no, because I know the boys club. You know, when you work corporate and stuff, you see the boys club, you hate that. But you can't do shit unless you get down with boys club. the ass kissing, the friend, the elbow rubbing. I can't stand that shit. But it works. It keeps you paid and in the group, right? Mm-hmm. Deion's not with that shit. He don't want to be part of the boys club. He said, I got my own club. Mm-hmm. You want to join mine? He said, hell no.
He's always been right. He's always been in the outside.
Right.
Yeah. He's always been for the money. He's always been about the money. Why do you think he went to so many different teams? Because he was always like, nah, fuck that, I'm getting paid. He had no loyalty to nobody.
Right? No, loyalty is to me. Loyalty is to me. Y'all out here getting what y'all need off of me. So I gotta look out for me. So I don't see nothing wrong with this shit. I see
NFL teams don't like that.
No, I know
NFL teams like to be able to they want you to be loyal to the organization. They want you to take pay cuts for the organization.
Right,
they want you they want you
come in here and say, no, I'm my own man.
So guess what? When you move like Deion was only able to move like he moved because he was great.
Right.
He knew that. Yes.
He knew that.
They're not gonna let you move. But this is the point. They're not gonna let you. They're not gonna let you teach your son how to move like that, and he ain't great yet.
Oh, that's another.
We don't know. You trying to do some shit. No, they looking at you like, hold up, my nigga. You Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
These are Shiloh and Shador Sanders. And Shador is nice, but we gotta humble you because you trying to make this nigga like you. And if we not throwing bags at niggas like that.
Right. No, but I was talking to my mom about this last night and she was saying something about their talent. And I was like, well, you have heard a lot of people critique Shador's talent. And he took it personally. He got offended. He acts out when anybody has something to say about him, and he takes it personally to where it becomes unprofessional. So that's another thing. You may think you're a lot better than you actually are. Now, to me, I think he's a good player, but I'm not a player looking at what a player should be. You get what I'm saying? I'm just a regular old fan.
13-12 record, man. 13-12 record does not say you turning programs around.
Okay, so
that's
another thing too.
Let's keep it real. Anywhere else, a coach would be fired.
Right.
Anywhere else with a 13-12 record, you'll be fired. In 2 years, that's not pushing nothing really, man. 13-12. That's just me, y'all. 13-12, that's not me. And I see the same thing. That it's going to get worse now Shador gone.
Oh, yes.
So if Shador was only able to do 13-12 in the 2 years he here, what do you think the other people going to do?
Oh, wow.
If Shador was only able to, and Shador got his jersey retired with a 13-12 record. This is why people criticize and they was getting mad and saying, yo, this shit is only happening because your dad.
Right.
A Heisman Trophy winner for Colorado had to wait didn't get his jersey retired until 2 years after he died. And he was a Heisman Trophy winner. Come on, Heisman Trophy winner. Your son didn't even win the Heisman Trophy. And he got his jersey retired after 2 years of playing in the program and a 13-12 record. So people like, what the fuck is going on? What's wrong? 13-12 record, and he got his jersey retired. Yeah, Julian is nice. Nah, Julian is nice. Damn. Niggas said Tebow jersey not even retired. You telling me Tim Tebow jersey not even retired? What the fuck?
What qualifies for your jersey to get retired?
You're supposed to be great. You're supposed to be the best. Bowl games. Heisman trophies.
Like a time frame.
No, you can do it at any time. But most teams do it because that person is a great. He either won a Heisman, like Colorado retired number 12 with Travis Hunter because he was a Heisman. I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody can wear it because you'll probably never see another Heisman at that school for
So go ahead and retire. Yeah. That makes sense.
But Shador, I'm just keeping it real.
Well, no, they're not going to retire his jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Hank Aaron. Hank Aaron, the best home run hitter for me.
Who the hell talking about home run hitters?
Oh, I thought y'all were talking about, my bad. Denzel Washington. He's the best actor. He's the best actor.
This nigga retarded.
What's up, bro? What's going on? I was just tapping in, man. I just wanted to make sure I tapped in.
Nah, we just talking about this record. 13-12 in 2 years ain't too good to me.
Yeah, I agree with Kimmy, not you.
This nigga eating popcorn for dinner, y'all. he mad. Splash got him eating popcorn for dinner.
Yeah, I agree with Kimmy, not you. No. Yeah.
Hey, keep fucking with me, and I'm gonna have everybody calling your phone tonight.
I'm about to lay down, bro. I was just telling
you. You ain't getting no sleep, nigga. No sleep, nigga. Hey, y'all get started. Y'all hit that line. 812-594-3449.
What we was talking about? Red Lobster. Red Lobster, that's my favorite restaurant. That's what we was talking about. What's the topic?
That's what we talking about. That's what we talking about. Y'all see it? 812-594-3449.
Hey, bro, I got a question. I was trying to make my video, but I don't know how to do the one you told me to do.
Which one?
The one where I'm supposed to be talking on it. I can't talk. All of them, it don't got no sound for me.
What you mean? The same way you did the green screen last time.
I don't remember what I bashed. I don't remember what button I bashed.
This nigga.
I'm dead serious, bro. I'm like, man, I done bashed all these buttons. We're the one where the screen changed. It don't change no more. I can't get it to work.
What Diamond at? Diamond, hit the call-in number. Diamond, if you watching.
I'm cold, man.
Hey, call Diamond back. Nah, call Diamond. Call Diamond. Man, why you call, man? Call Diamond.
It ain't no numbers. They always call with a block number. It ain't no number.
Nah, he sent you a text message.
I know that number don't work no more.
Man, yes it do. Call that number.
That number don't work no more.
You lying, bro. Call that number.
Man, that number do not work no more, bro.
Lying, bro. Diamond ain't changed the number, man. Call Diamond.
Man, Diamond is a guy.
Okay, so what, bro? I just everybody call Diamond. We want to talk to Diamond.
That number don't work no more.
Man, you
I'm
acting
looking
crazy,
for it.
bro. We can't talk
I'm
to
looking for
Diamond.
the number. I'm looking for. Hey, don't do that. I'm looking for the number. I'm looking for the number. Don't do that.
Diamond tonight. We got to get an interview tonight, man. Can
I'm
we get an
looking for the
interview
number.
tonight?
I'm looking for the number right now. Let me see which one. Yeah, this one right here. Oh, it was 2 numbers. I forgot. Yeah, it was 2 numbers. Okay. I'm
We got
calling
to
right
hit.
now.
Yeah, she might be on the phone with Wavy.
That's a guy.
That's a she.
Please leave your message for 6822.
I ain't gonna play the number on the screen.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, that one going straight to voicemail. Let me call the other one. Oh wow. That's the one where they sent the pictures, I think. And then the other number was
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 872.
that was both of the numbers.
No, all right.
Yeah, I should have never called. I'm going back to sleep, man. I'm watching the show though.
You know you can't sleep, nigga.
I'm watching the show, man. I was scared to type in the chat. I said, let me just hit delete right quick.
She gave up that you was up. She been in
I
the chat.
know.
She gave up.
I
We
know. That's why I said, let me hit
hit,
delete right quick.
we know when Flash hit the link, you up, nigga.
I know. I was just watching, man. So can I watch the show? Can I be a fan, man? I like the show, man. Can I be a fan?
Go watch the show, nigga. Go watch the show.
All right.
This nigga. Nah, Cordell Stewart. Yeah, Cordell Stewart was nice. Cordell Stewart was the truth. The truth. Raw, 27-5. Tell him that. Oh, it's ice. Yeah, Cordell Stewart was the truth. Yeah, Cordell Stewart was nice as hell. Who else was nice? Colorado had a lot of people come through there though, if I'm not mistaken. They had a lot of people. See, here go the video right here. You know, I got it. I know I got everything, man. You know I'm gonna get you out of everything, man. I got you. I got you.
Hey, is this Shadur? This is Mickey Loomis here, the GM of the New Orleans Saints. How you doing? This is Mickey Loomis here, GM of the Saints.
How you doing?
Good. How are you, man?
Good, they were waiting on you.
Yeah, we have. It's been a long wait, man. We're gonna take you with our next pick right here, man.
This ain't gonna be nothing there.
But you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer, man. Sorry about that. Hey, is this your door? Hey, this is Mickey Loomis here, the GM of the New Orleans Saints. How you doing? This is Mickey Loomis here, GM of the Saints.
How you doing?
Good. How are you, man?
Good. They were waiting on you.
Yeah, we have. It's been a long wait, man. We're gonna take you with our next pick right here, man.
This ain't gonna be nothing there.
But you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer, man. Sorry about that. Hey, is this your door? Hey, this is Mickey Loomis here, the GM of the New Orleans Saints. How you doing? This is Mickey Loomis here, GM of the Saints.
How you doing?
Good. How are you, man?
Good, they were waiting on you.
Yeah, we have. It's been a long wait, man. We're gonna take you with our next pick right here, man.
This ain't gonna be nothing there.
But you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer, man. Sorry about that.
Oh no.
That shit crazy, y'all. Y'all see that shit? Y'all see that shit? That shit right there is crazy, man. Cap, you need to start a sports show like this once a week. Yeah, you gave me a good idea, bro. I'm about to start my sports show because I know a lot about sports too. I'm about to start a high school football show. I'm about to talk about high school football, high school basketball, track. I'm about to start talking about more about sports. You know, I love sports nationwide. We're going to talk about athletes, recruits, all that. Into all that. Oh, yeah. My nephew. My nephew played for Deion. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, everybody know that. Yeah. Man, he just, you know, my nephew, he about football, man. All he want to do is play football. He ain't really worried about the extra. All he want to do is play football. Like, so, you know, he went where he could go play football. He in Kansas State right now. Y'all go check him out. Dylan Edwards. He in Kansas State. Hell yeah. Not only that, my son had a great spring game, y'all. My son had a great spring game. He said he had 5 tackles. 5 tackles, y'all. my son was doing his thing, he said. So shout out to my son. He said the spring game was dope as hell. He said the spring game was dope. He told me to share everybody the picture. Spring game was crunk. 5 tackles. He said he was out there doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my son, man. Y'all know my boy was out there getting it. I wish I could have been there, but I had to work. Y'all. I wish I could have been at the spring game, but I had to work. I ain't gonna miss another one. This will be the last spring game I miss. I will definitely be at the next one. And you know, I'm gonna try to get these games. Y'all see how big my son getting. Y'all see how big he getting. He getting big as hell. Red shirt freshman. Oh yeah, you already know, Rich. Hey, Rich, you already know. He said they was more worried about jewelry. He was like they tried to make him feel bad for the chain he had on. He said people was trying to clown him for the chain he had on, trying to like make him feel bad because he didn't have expensive jewelry, and like how come you ain't got a big necklace, and why don't wear that around us? Yeah, it was like, bro, like it was a lot of let me just say it was a lot of bullying going on. Like it was a lot of bullying, and a lot of niggas try to make you feel less than. And niggas, people wasn't with that shit. A lot of people wasn't with that shit. Like, yo, my nigga, that's not the culture. I talked to my bro, and he was like, yeah, man. Because my bro bought Dylan a chain. He bought him a nice-ass chain. He was like, bro, Dylan got to the point where he didn't even want to wear his chain. I'm like, what the fuck you mean he didn't want to wear his chain? He was like, bro, they trying to pick on him because he ain't got a big chain, or telling him it ain't real. And like, you know how people do. Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. yeah, I saw that. That's why I said it's all about money, man. Everybody, it's all about the money. It's all about the shine. So that's what a lot of these niggas is worried about. You know what I'm saying? Money and shine. That's why I'm happy my son where he at. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. That's why I'm happy my son is where he at. Because my son is concentrating on football. Like I told my son, I'd rather you be somewhere where you could play than be somewhere where you just sitting on the bench. Where you just a person. Like a lot of these players, bro, they go to these big schools and they don't never get on the field. A lot of these players go to these big schools and don't never see the field, y'all. Do you know how many players on that sideline? Pay attention. Watch a football game. And look how many players just be on the sideline and don't never get on the field. You just standing with a uniform. Watch it. Watch how many players are just standing there with a uniform. Only 11 people could be on the field at one time, y'all. Only 11 people could be on the field at one time. But everybody want to go to these big schools. Only 11 people could be on the field. Pay attention. But like I told my son, man, we chasing diplomas. Hey, good night, man. Good night. Good night. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. But yeah, man. So yeah, Keith Jr. had a good spring game, y'all. Great spring game. He did his thing. That's why I keep telling people. So this should like I've been one to ask my people, and I look at it a certain way, and I'm gonna ask you. So did Shador genuinely show these people that because he don't need them, is that why they doing this to him? Is it this the reason why the teams resent him? Is it because he don't need them? Is because he come from a two-parent household? And I asked y'all that earlier. Because he got everything. They know Deion got everything. Hold on, I'll be right back, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all think about that. Y'all let me know in the comments, man. What y'all think? Talk to me, y'all. What y'all think? My bad, I'm back. I'm back, man. What happened? My boy said, "Yup, they robbed him for 50 mil." Oh yeah, they definitely robbed him. Oh yeah, they definitely did. They definitely did, man. That's crazy how they do it. The game is different these days, man. The game is really different these days, how they do shit. Hey, that was just a lesson to everybody, man. They don't want us to control the outcome. You don't control the outcome. That's a lesson right there. That's my point. That's what I said earlier. You telling me Cleveland could have drafted? You telling me Cleveland could have drafted all of them? Come on, that means Cleveland fucked up the draft. If you telling me that Cleveland, why would you trade the number 2 pick then? If you was going to draft Shador in the 5th round, what was the point of trading the number 2 pick? That don't even make no sense. What the fuck was the point? You feel me? Yeah. There was no reason to do that. It's hot as hell. It's gonna be a hot summer, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I already know. I already know right now it's gonna be a hot summer. What else we got, man? Oh yeah, my son, man. Yeah, I know I gotta support my son, man. I ain't like these other niggas. Yeah, I know I gotta support my son. Spring game. That's spring. Getting ready for spring game, man. They was out there crunk. Crunk, yeah. He was ready to get it in. That's why I say big boy football, man. Not little boy football, big boy football. Out there ready to work. Spring game, man. He was ready to work, man. So I tell people, man, you gotta be proud of your kids, man. We made it a long way. Yeah, I feel me. That black and yellow, black and yellow. That black and yellow, black and yellow. Y'all remember that black and yellow, black and yellow? Gotta have that Nike sign. Gotta have that Nike sign. You already know. What they say, you already know. See what else we got on the menu. Let's see what else on the menu, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, I forgot. She made ribs. Yo, y'all see how crazy shit is, bro? I be trying to tell people all the time, bro. Never let nobody dictate your movement, bro. Cause shit be crazy. Cam Ward didn't have no stars in high school, y'all. No stars. But was the #1 draft pick in the draft. Coming out of high school in Texas, out of Columbia. He didn't have no stars. Not one, not two, not three, not four, not five. And he's the #1 draft pick. And DJ was a 5-star recruit. He was a 5-star recruit, y'all. And he wasn't even drafted. He wasn't even drafted. Pay attention. All that stars don't mean nothing. All that don't mean nothing, y'all. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. Don't mean nothing. This shit crazy. This shit crazy, man. I be telling people all the time, like, it be the ones you least expect. I used to say that all the time. Be the ones you least expect. You would never thought that a person with 0 stars would be a #1 drafted. You talking about beating the odds? You talking about beating the odds? What changed? What changed in a 5-year span? I don't get it. Cause that right there is wild, yeah. That right there is wild. Yes, it is. Let me see what this comment say. Oh, okay, let's see that. I be trying to tell them, yeah. Everybody going to sleep in the house. Everybody going to sleep up in this bitch. I think I covered it all, man. I ain't had too much to go over. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I need to get me something to eat. That's what I need to do. I ain't gonna lie. I need to eat. I need to eat. I'm on something good tomorrow. I might pop up on Smiley Live tonight. But I need to eat something good. It should take too long. It's 1:09 in the morning. God damn. 1 o'clock, y'all. Time be flying. Yes, it do. Time be flying. It's 1 o'clock already. Okay, I got some ribs. I got some salad. I'm about to give me something to eat, though. I'll be back later on, y'all. Give me like a couple hours. I'll be back. I'm going to cut this live up, eat something. You know how I go. I'll be back in a couple hours if y'all still up.